How are we doing, everyone? Welcome back to another live stream on the channel. So yes, I thought I'd do one while the international break is here at the moment, to kind of do me original content because of the international games as well. So I thought I'd do another one of these again, just to keep the channel going at this moment of time. So we can have a general chat just about football in general. Of course, if you want to join in, the link is pinned in the live chat. It is also down in the description as well. If you click that link, I'll see you in the waiting room and I will bring you on. Feel free to pop up in the live chat as well. And also, if you do enjoy the stream, don't forget to hit the like button. And please subscribe if you are new to the channel as well. Well, we haven't got any comments in yet, but we already have our first guest win in the background. And let's welcome in Jason from Keeping It Tuned. How you doing?
Not too bad, mate. Yourself?
Not too bad. How you finding the international break?
I haven't really watched them, to be honest. I'm not all that interested in the keep on constantly breaking up the season.
Yeah, I mean, it's not great, is it? It's not always great. Can be a massive ball fest at times. I did watch some of the England game as well. It was very comfortable. But I think it's probably a good time in the national break is here for our club, Newcastle. Because of how the season's gone on so far. But yeah. But anyway, let's talk about that shambolic transfer of a window I had.
I mean, started. I've been saying to everyone, I keep saying on my own channel, that it's the exact same window as in January. Heavily linked with Hamza Chowdhury and brought in Willock. And then in the summer, heavily linked with Chowdhury and bring in Willock. It's just the exact same thing.
Yeah. I mean, it is. Do you think Chowdhury would have, if we did get Chowdhury, would have he improved the squad?
I think we got quite a lot of midfielders as it is. I think the main thing we needed to focus more on was for a centre-back. And with Steve Bruce spending in total roughly around 160 million, he's not a single penny of that has gone on a centre-back.
No, I mean, it hasn't. We could have done with one, considering we look so open at the back this season. The way we're conceding goals left, right and centre is just absolutely unbelievable. And, yeah, that's how we've conceded 8 goals this season.
And a penalty in every single game.
3 penalties out of 3. I mean, yeah. I mean, that first one was not a penalty. I mean, that was not a penalty. But the second time, the other 2, it's done by our captain.
The Cell's at fault for both of them. And
people say that's not a penalty against Villa. That's a penalty all day. I mean, you've got your arm out like that. You're not going to get away with it now.
Exactly. It goes down as a handball. It's bright, clear as day.
And the one against Southampton he gives away as well. I mean, why go into a tackle like that? If Woodman's going to get out, he's going to try and get to that ball.
You could clearly see that in the replays, Woodman had that covered.
You did.
He was going to get that. Lascelles, he made the wrong decision there. He's just going really. He's going as backwards as the club is. He's just a shell of his former self than what he used to be.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think anyone's doing great under this this manager anyway. But yeah, I think our captain's gone way down. It's just he's done it twice. 2 penalties he's given away this season. I know. Yes.
How many is he going to give away against Man United?
Oh God, I dread to think. Yeah, and Man United. Oh God Almighty. I mean, we could be going over this game without Wilson, from what I'm hearing.
We're going to be missing him for roughly around about a month. I've been saying.
Well, it's a thigh strain apparently.
So that's Joe Linton and just Joe Linton up front now on his own.
Well, yes. I think we're going to get a beaten down at Man United. I can clearly see it will be.
Everyone can see this happening.
I mean, they might have Jadon Sancho possibly missing. He's picked up a knock, which ruled him out for the other England games. But You look at the Man United side. Look who else they've got in there. Greenwood, can it stop scoring? Pogba's improvement. Bruno Fernandes.
They've just signed this really old guy.
There you are. Yes, we are. How could we forget about that? Cristiano Ronaldo.
He's going to absolutely have Kraft for dinner.
That's if Kraft starts. I hope he doesn't.
He'll be centre back out of position again. You can see that coming.
Well, we'll see. But I mean, Fabian Shaw, Jamal Lascelles, and Fernandez. Although we've probably only conceded 2 in a game, but with this, when we had Kraft in there, we conceded 4 against West Ham.
That's even if Bruce is going to be here back in time off his lovely holiday.
Oh, aye. That's just unbelievable, that.
You would have thought he would have done that in the summer, or at least waited for the winter break.
Exactly. Should be getting that squad on the training ground who are on international duty. And just get them up ready for this next weekend. But no, he's like, no, it's time for my vacation.
Well deserved, Steve. Well deserved.
Anyway, but England game. I mean, we'll touch on that as well. It was a 4-0 win, but again, there was some more racist language that came from the Hungarian fans. When the first goal that was scored by Sterling, people were throwing cups. I mean, that is just an absolute disgrace. That is not on at all.
It's disgusting. No matter how hard you try to eliminate it, you're always going to find it. It's got to a point where you're always going to have racism. No matter how much you try and get rid of it, you're going to go somewhere else and it's going to be there. It's never going to be fully eliminated, and it should be.
It should be. That's the sad thing. It's not. And the longest this goes on, it's going to make football give it a bad name, in a way. But mind you, I thought it was a good goal he scored, though, Sterling, for England to go 1-0 up. But mind you, the goal from Declan Rice was a cracking one. And you're thinking he's really starting to really improve on his game now for his country, Declan Rice. There's a bit of concern when he played in the World Cup that he wasn't going to do as great, but wow. He's looking like a different player.
He is. He's really grown up and learnt a lot over the past few seasons, and he's getting better and better. He's improving the more he goes. He's learning more.
He is. I really, really think he is as well. So, but of course, England play on Sunday as well, 5:00 against Andorra. Is it?
Andorra.
Oh, I think we know what's going to happen. I think there's going to be one winner in that game, and it's going to be England, obviously.
Since we always get the easy games, that's why I never end up watching them.
You're thinking with the international break with England, and you want a bit of competition, but it feels like we played the same country every time on international breaks.
It does.
It's like, oh, how many more times are we going to be playing these again?
We'll have them in a friendly about 3 more times. We'll have them in another group game next year or something. You play the same ones. If it ain't Andorra, it's Kazakhstan or Moldova or whoever. You get the same ones all the time, and then they want to throw it in and say how well we are when we play San Marino or someone and put 9 past them. But you know for a fact that they're a very, very, very low-ranked team, and obviously that's always going to be the obvious result.
Yeah, it really, really is. Well, we've got another guest waiting, and it's Ryan from Canada.
Ryan.
How's it going?
I'm good. International breaks, I don't know about you guys, but I've been enjoying international break because Canada actually looks pretty decent. First time watching them we play 5 at the back, and it's pretty interesting. We should have won against Honduras.
I didn't see that game,
More,
but
yeah, it's a lot better than watching Newcastle.
yeah, so far, I mean, I agree. I mean, we look a shambles at the moment. And not to mention, go back to Newcastle, the statement the club came out with. I mean, you read through that, and it was like, that may as well be written in bloody crayon. I mean,
I don't know who wrote that, but it definitely took like a few hours because they had to get everything right. They had to do.
They probably came up with ideas and think, right, we'll use that, or we'll not use that.
I was just sighing the whole time because, I mean, I only learned a few months ago, really, that like most clubs, not most, I'd say like 90% of clubs nowadays, they pay in installments. And now we've learned that our club doesn't do that. And they're saying about how all the revenue we get is from match days and like merchandise and everything to do with match days. But then there's meant to be more money than that. Like, where's the Premier League? Where's the Premier League money? I hear this all about.
Yeah, TV money as well. You wonder where it's all gone.
Exactly.
If anything, we're all on the same playing field because I swear, like each club gets like 100 million each year or something.
They do.
And of course, they use the COVID excuse.
Oh yeah.
Every club can use the COVID excuse.
And then they tried backing themselves up more with the 120 net spend or something over the past 3 years.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we have, haven't we? I mean, well,
not just paper. It's literally just putting everything under the carpet because it feels like, how many of those were actually free agents, how much were low quality, and how much were overpriced, like Joe Linton, who is essentially a squad player for us.
Yeah. 40 million on him. Some of that could have been used, as Paul was saying in his video, new training ground to go towards a new training ground, training facilities. Yeah, more work around the garden. I know they've been cleaning the roof, but how long does it took them to do that?
I know Jason saw my tweet because I knew when I saw the statement, I was like, how I saw the statement at first, it was from the Chronicle. I'm like, wait, what? And then I was like, yeah, I have to read this now. Took about a good minute or two just to read it, and then I messaged Paul on Twitter seeing if you'd make a video.
I was all on board for that. I was ready to see the complete redness here on Paul.
Yeah,
just to see him turn into this guy.
I mean, and then as well, I hear Craig Hope uncovered that Steve Bruce is in Portugal for holiday. I mean, you had like 2 months of holiday during the Euros and Copa America. And okay, it's deserved. It could be it's deserved for most like coaching and players because like the extended season with COVID from last year going into the new one. But then, we're 3 games in and he's already gone on vacation. If he really cared about this club, he'd be in his office the whole time trying to figure how to get us playing better.
Yeah, exactly. You've got the same with Graham Jones, and he's an actual supporter.
He
steps down from England duty to help the club turn things around.
Yeah, I'm sure every other Premier League managers, they're probably all like just doing more research on teams in the future. They're probably preparing for Christmas, the Christmas crunch time, all this and that. Like, there's no long-term thinking.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I'll just read through some comments then. Lacka17 says, can I have a shout out for my last Shannon? She's 10 months pregnant and due next month. Might call the Ben Proudlock Jr. or maybe Brian after the legend known as Brian. What do you reckon? Well, you can call your child whatever you think is a good name for what you think you want to call it. Congratulations, by the way, and I wish all the best as well. Ty says, you are right about the racism. It's never going to go away. But I think thus modern day is to do with the media being companies seeing an opportunity and jumping on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I totally agree with that.
I mean, I've come to realize over the past few months that like Sky are kind of the ones that they have so much bias on everything. It's only about the top 6. They don't want that whole monopoly broken. Me and Jason were talking about how like they love milking the whole Ronaldo situation. Yeah, like I think anyone would, but like it's just overly like I'm sick of posts nowadays where it's like how many goals will he score? And all you check on the Twitter feed is like a bunch of trolls replying. Like, what's the point of even asking that? Like it's such
Exactly.
it's such an outdated thing for media nowadays, and I don't know.
Yeah. Leila, hope you're doing well. Crystal Palace have had a cracking transfer window. Eduardo, Will Hughes, Gallagher, Gui, Anderson, young, exciting players. Thoughts? Yeah, they were quite busy on deadline day, the way.
Everyone was busy on deadline day apart from us.
Exactly.
I mean, it was all chalked when Keith Downey was in Leeds.
Exactly.
Yeah, you just thought there was never ever anything going to go on in Newcastle if he was down at Ellen Road on deadline transfer market. Talking about the Daniel James going off to Leeds.
As soon as he announced he was doing his debut down at Ellen Road, I was like, well, that's an early night for me then.
Exactly. But Edouard, they've added to their side, got him from Celtic. They've got another striker in.
I wish we could have got him, but
yeah,
not too far from Glasgow to Newcastle.
No, couple of hours, 3 hours. Not a massive drive to get there at all. Taggy says social media is a cesspool of hate in many ways. Well, it certainly is.
You know what, with Edward as well, is the players we sold this year, we could have recouped like half the money in sales that we got back from selling players. We could have easily put that towards them. I mean, 23-year-old French striker for 20 million. That's a bargain for me.
Yep, it certainly is.
And obviously, put him as second striker and make him develop over the years to become our main striker when Callum Wilson's like kind of near his time, I guess.
I'd say put him alongside Callum Wilson, and
or that too.
Instead of ASM, who's being played as a striker when he's clearly a winger.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You know what I would realize is going to happen with Dwight Gale is Steve Bruce did it again last year. He'll play him at left wing instead.
Left wing back, more like.
Joe Black says, "Rest in peace, Tricken."
That's why I feel like I'm kind of 50-50 on Dwight Gale because
no, I don't. Not good enough for the Premier League, no chance. Carl says, surely the club would have got some money for the Magic weekend as well. Yeah. People were buying their food, drinks inside the ground.
Well, yeah, we even say that like match day revenue is like a small percentage of what owners make nowadays.
Yeah, Carl says every single club could have used the COVID excuse. At the end of the day, we are a Premier League club, not Gateshead or South Shields. Exactly.
Yeah, players are on the same wage. They don't even. They're not forced to take pay cuts at all. I mean, really, like it's probably. They're just using it as an excuse, but they probably didn't have much issue, just like every other Premier League club, mostly.
Exactly, yes. I mean, it's just... I've just read that. Oh, no, I haven't. They probably only cleaned the roof because of Magical Weekend.
Well, apparently they're only doing it because of the Super League or something like that.
So
it wasn't the club's decision to do it, but they did it anyway because of this. Just because of the Super League. If the Super League wasn't happening there, then it still wouldn't have been done.
Joe says, what's this all about? Well, we're having a chat just in general about football, Newcastle, England during the international break, anything football related. So it's a good idea to do something while the international break is on and all the other games are not playing at this moment of time. Joe Black says about Newcastle. Well, yeah, but just talking about football in general. Joe Black says, thanks, Carl. Says, no problem. Anyway, we've got our next guest in, and it's him with these handlebars. I think you know who I'm on about.
It's the Archer.
It certainly is the Archer, so we'll get him in. All right.
How are you doing?
I see the handlebars is coming on well.
Handlebars are back.
Are you planning to keep it for long?
Hopefully.
Oh. Keep it on. Well, how you find the international break so far?
Shit.
I mean, it's not enjoyable, is it?
No, it's awful.
gets out of you watching
At the
Newcastle
end
get
of-
tortured
it's
every week.
It just qualifies for the World Cup at the end of the day. Obviously, you know, fact England's going to qualify for Qatar next summer. Well, actually, next winter, should I say.
Yeah, they are. I mean, yeah, they are.
It's just I don't know how on earth the FA are gonna handle it, like, because when the World Cup's gonna be in Qatar in the winter next year, it's just like they're gonna have to take water breaks and everything, and it's just gonna mess up all the Premier League games, and they'll have to rearrange all the fixtures.
Mm-hmm.
It's just absolutely stuffed.
I mean, it is, isn't it?
How many games are going to be in the 22-23 season before the World Cup starts? Probably like 10 or so, I guess.
Probably be a canny few on. Maybe.
And funny enough, the final is like literally a week before Christmas, believe it or not.
Really?
Yep.
I think Qatar, it's such a dumb place because obviously you could tell they're doing it in the winter because it's fucking probably like 40 degrees Celsius there during the summer. I mean, I don't know what the thinking of was going into that. And plus, you got to jam it packed into into December too. Like,
yeah,
I think the World Cup I would like to see in Asia one day because, I mean, I'm only 21, so I've only seen it in where South Africa, Brazil, and Russia. Forget where it was in
Japan and Korea in 2002.
Oh, okay, yeah. I mean, it wouldn't be good for me because like games would be super early.
Yeah, what's the time difference in Qatar? I'm not too sure when it is.
I looked it up today. It's 7 hours ahead for me.
Right.
So it's 2 hours for you guys because.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Plus the Euros are gonna be in I think it's Canada. I think it is.
No, that's the World Cup in 2026 is going to be Canada, Mexico, and US.
All right. Oh, is that the next World Cup after?
Yeah.
So that'll be 2000.
There's going to be like 3 venues in Canada because there's no cities compared to US. And the stadiums aren't the greatest and biggest either.
Oh, so I think Euro 2024 is either going to be France or Germany.
I think it'll be one of them too. Archer, what did you make of the statement that the club came out with yesterday?
Well, it's just it's just pile of shite.
It is, isn't it?
Just let me pile of shite. Statement saying that like Steve from the clubs in total spent 160 million. But however, where's that 160 million? Like we've only signed one player, Joe Willock. That's what 23, 25 million. And when is all this shit about all this 160 million?
160 mil is what he's spent since being at the club.
And now we got Frankenstein for 40 million. Then we got Saint Maximin, but like that was like 19 million or something.
Yeah, Kraft bought him in.
What was that? 2 million. Callum Wilson 20. Jamal Lewis 15. Ryan Fraser, Hendrick free agents, and then loan signings. I think.
To be fair, like if Rafa did actually stayed, and he did got the backing of the transfers. His number one target was Bruno Fernandes. He didn't even want Joe Linton. It was actually Bruno Fernandes before he actually joined Man United from Sporting Lisbon.
Wasn't he at Sampdoria during the time Rafa was here though?
I think
I
so.
think Sampdoria might have been alone for his career. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, it certainly is. Well, I'll just get through some more comments. Tony, good evening. Hope you're well. And he says it's Gimli. He's on about you, Archer, with your handlebars.
Gimli. Who the hell's Gimli?
From Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Oh God.
I had to look that up.
He's a
I've never
dwarf.
heard of Gimli. Like,
Yeah, it's from Lord of the Rings. Says, sorry, Archer. Haha. Retro J, good evening. Good evening, J. Hope you're well, mate. Tony says the average temperature in November in Qatar is 28 degrees, 82 degrees Fahrenheit,
Oh,
but it's
no.
the humidity that is the killer.
oh
There you
my
go.
God.
I feel
It's
bad
kinda-
for these
it's
players
kinda-
now.
It's
It's
going to be
kinda
exactly the same as the South Africa World Cup, where we had to take water breaks every 20 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, you can imagine playing in that heat. I mean, I've been to Australia before, and it was part where I
Yeah.
went, and it just got really,
God.
really humid, and just it got to in the 40s one time, and it was just really, really hot.
I remember being in Las Vegas where it was like 50 degrees one time.
Oh.
It was not enjoyable.
I mean, I do like the sunshine, but when it gets too heat
Oh
and
my
too
God.
humid, and you just clothes start to stick to you.
Then you've got to think about how early are the players going to be going out there so that they can get used to the climate.
Exactly.
I wouldn't mind English weather because I'm already used to like minus 20 degrees weather. And you guys complain about weather that's like 8 degrees with a bit of wind. And I see people in winter jacket and coats and toques. Come on.
Yeah, I think you got a bit of a point there. So, where are we up to? Lily says, what the fuck is going on with Israel now? They are beating Austria and look on course to qualify for the World Cup. Wow, interesting.
Israel. Oh.
Very interesting. Fuck's sake, Judy is just as class on the Four Horsemen. Oh, she's hilarious, Judy. She certainly is. Wonder if she'll pop up in the show tonight, but we'll wait and see. We'll wait and see. Taggy says, what do you think about odds of 22-1 for there to be 8 goals in the Man United 3-2 game? I think it'll be 8 goals for Man United, not for Newcastle.
It'll be 9-0.
Well, that wouldn't surprise me.
I think I'll be like 3 or 4 now.
I'm going 5-0.
It's going to be roundabout then, I think you would imagine. I mean, I just don't think anyone is really hopeful we're going to get anything against Man United.
No.
Who have started the season unbeaten. Yeah, they've got to draw at Southampton, but I wouldn't say they were the best at Wolves, but still, everyone knows how to play against us at the moment by the looks of it.
You've got more chance of having better odds of Bruce having a good old laugh with Ollie on the touchline.
Yeah.
Oh God, I remember that.
I've got a good feeling Solskjaer will probably end up doing this. When they play Man United next Saturday, you'll have Cristiano Ronaldo on the bench. He'll probably play the likes of like Greenwood and all that, Fernandes. But I've got a funny feeling he'll have Ronaldo on the bench and roughly around about the 55, 60th minute. He'll bring Ronaldo on just to take the piss out our defence.
Yeah, I mean, do you think anyone think Ronaldo is going to start?
I do. Or
do you think he will be? I think he'll be a sub.
No doubt.
I think he'll be on the bench, actually.
It wouldn't surprise me, but yeah, I think coming on as a sub is going to get the crowd going even more, which is going to spur the team on even more. And we're just going to completely just throw the game away as we tend to do.
If the game's not going right for Man United, he'll bring him on at some point. Well, he'll bring him on definitely in the game.
He went to Manchester early. He left Portugal early, so I wonder if there's going to be an unveiling like a few days before.
Could be. I'm not sure why he got sent home early from the. Said he got a ban for something.
He got like 5 yellows.
Right, so he's had to miss a game.
Yeah. Plus, they're not even doing a qualifier. They're playing a friendly against Qatar, so not really any point in playing them.
I heard something that the FA is trying to stop Almiron not to play against Man United. I'm like, what the hell's all that about?
Well, the
He's
Premier
stuck in
League's
Newcastle, though, isn't he?
yeah, the Premier League's. Well, I don't think Newcastle want him to go out because if he does go out to play for Paraguay in the international break, apparently he's got to come back and then quarantine.
Yeah.
Because I'm not sure if Paraguay. It's
I'm
either
checking
got to
it
be. It's. I wouldn't say it's on the green list. It's either going to be amber or red. It's going
I
to be
think
on
all
one
of
of them
South
two.
America is all red.
Oh well, and
Here's the
Yeah.
problem I have.
and I'm pretty sure only Newcastle, all the players at the club have only had one dose of a vaccine as well.
I heard
I
it's
don't
more
think
of
they've
the,
been double jabbed yet.
I heard it's more of the Premier League that's holding these players back. But here's my problem. Davinson Sanchez was playing for Colombia the other day while Miggy Kenyon played for Paraguay. Like, where's the consistency?
But a lot of people think they should drop Miggy at this moment of time because I personally think he's been wasted in that centre midfield position.
Yeah, I think
It's
if
not
Miggy
his
has
position.
I think if he has to quarantine for 2 weeks, like, I mean, I feel like with players doing that, like they're short on fitness because you got to keep that consistency of like training all the time, and obviously you can't really do it at your own house.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I mean, even if he misses like a few games, why would it matter? Like, he's. It's not like he's being effective playing out of position like every other, like half the team is basically.
I think Ryan Fraser should be having more of a start at the moment. I think he's starting to look a bit more of the Ryan Fraser that is playing. I mean, Bournemouth, the game against Burnley in the Cup, I thought he was outstanding in that game. Should have been taken off.
Couldn't
And Miggy
watch that
in the
game.
penalty shootout, you knew he was going to miss. You just knew he was going to miss his penalty. And Miggy.
Well, you even saw in the Burnley game, Fraser and, amazingly enough, Hendrick were the best players on the field. So
Yeah, they were.
why wasn't Hendrick starting against Southampton? He was completely thrown off. You would think
That was a bit of a funny one because he did well against
drop a center back for a midfielder. It's
and go for the back.
You would think if you perform well in one game, that's going to get you into the next one, but obviously
Yeah.
not.
So that's a little bit. You could say it's a little bit unfair on Hendrick, even though he's definitely one of the awfulest players we're having in this country. But he was one of our best players when we played that Burnley game. Should have scored.
See, regarding Paraguay right now in South America, top four. There's 10 teams. Top four qualify, and fifth places in playoffs. Paraguay are 2 points behind fifth playoffs. So,
all right.
And I've seen Miggy in Copa America, and he takes set pieces, free kicks, everything. Like, he's pretty crucial to Paraguay, actually.
Yeah.
That's the problem I've always had. Even at Atlanta, he took all the set pieces, and he scored a fair amount of free kicks. Why is he not taking any set pieces for us?
Yeah,
it's because we rely on Matt Ritchie to
bring the Ritchie. Yeah. We've had Sean Longstaff on set pieces, who's absolutely abysmal at them. As well, it's just
for Matt Ritchie. For me, like, he has 1 out of 5 good, like, crosses or stuff like that, like free kicks. Like, it's all he's got left in him as a player is that left foot. Almost, you can't deteriorate your leadership quality at all. But like him himself, like, yeah, he's created second most chances, but maybe play him at left mid, and if that doesn't work, bring on Ryan Fraser.
Yeah,
he's got no legs to defend.
That's the thing. I mean, Richie gives 110%. He's very passionate when it comes to playing football, because I can tell he likes to get on with the game, and if something's not right, he will clamp down on someone.
I think that 110% would actually be valuable in the championship because he can't do it in the Premier League.
Yeah, well,
as a wing back.
Yeah, I totally see where you're coming from with that one. Definitely.
If Benitez was still here, we'd probably still be playing 5 at the back, but he would have had wing back. But he would have bought wing backs by now.
Yeah, he would have played to their strengths.
And if we're going to play 5 at the back, why did we sell DeAndre Yedlin?
The thing with Yedlin,
he was picking up form, and then we sell him just as.
I think Yedlin was one of those frustrating players at times as well. He was good for pace, but his final ball used to be abysmal.
Yeah.
at times as well. It's quite thinking, which is also why we could have people. It was mentioned we had a chance to go for Bellerin on loan from Arsenal, but again, the same kind of player, not bad for pace, but defending abysmal, and he's crossing shocking as well.
I was quite happily gone for Serge Aurier on a free after Tottenham released him.
Yeah, someone like him wouldn't be so bad, I would say.
Maybe,
I
but
would have him.
I would have him too, but I feel like would even want to come here.
Yeah,
I feel like you got to question that sometimes too.
Yeah.
Even Carlos Tevez, I wouldn't mind having Carlos Tevez, even if it's just for a year.
There you go.
Frank Ribéry, yeah. He's
God.
3-0.
Oh my God!
There's no way we could get any of those players because of wages too.
Exactly.
I've seen today as well. We've been linked with Daniel Sturridge and Jack Wilshere, the two most injury-prone players.
Oh yeah, I mean, why
you
you go for players who are injury-prone now? Jack Wilshere was good in his career at Arsenal quite a few years ago, but injuries have caught up with him massively. Sturridge as well. I mean, his legs are made out of glass as well in a way.
I think we missed a trick in not signing Rondon this year either.
Yeah, I mean, got to Everton.
How long is he at Everton for? 1-2 year contract, I guess.
I think it's a 2-year deal.
Yeah.
Like that.
I think Rafa will get the best out of him. If Dominic Calvert-Lewin gets up and picks up an injury, Rafa knows who you can turn to next.
I mean,
that will get goals.
Rafa,
Ronaldo will score goals in the Premier League. Whereas us, you look at us, we've got Gil and Joe Linton, who already time can't score goals.
Benitez is getting back to Everton, yet he spends $2 million on Damari Gray. We should have bought him a few years ago.
Yeah, I mean, so many bargain deals we missed out on.
That guy's a good winger, man.
He is. I totally agree with that. That's the one we missed out on.
Every time where you're linked with a player, it just doesn't. The deal just does not happen.
Exactly. Yes. Ryan, hope you're well, mate. Good evening.
Can't really believe much nowadays. Like we got linked to like 200 players or some shit.
Olio 17 and Jeds went to the store the other day, bought one of the travel jackets, and UFC badge peeled off within a few hours of buying it. Sums up this club. Wow. I mean, the club shop now, it's all Castorio now.
You can't trust Castore then.
To buy that and the badge peels off.
That's why I buy Adidas and the old school stuff now.
I mean, I tell you what, they have got some really good training gear kit this season, though, at Newcastle. I mean, the blue shirt, people are getting their hands on that as well, and they're certainly getting their hands on the away one as well.
The third kit almost looks like the one Archer's wearing, too.
It's sort of, it looks
a bit darker, I think.
The New Hope thick, it's more like a sky blue color.
There's 1 year, I think it was the second year with Benitez in the Premier League. It's that one blue one.
First season, 16-17 season.
Yeah, that one.
17-18 season, actually.
That's the one it looks like.
It looks a bit similar to that one, but there's more of a line pattern on this third one we've got. Which, in a way, it looks canny. I mean, I think that's the only decent thing we've got this season. It's some brand new kits.
Well, the away kits, anyway. I still don't like the home kit.
No, I mean
it's not bad. I know I've got it, but
what season was this one? Was it? This must be about 18-19 or
the thick kit you've got. That's from 18-19. See, it's like a very greenish color.
Oh yeah.
Just don't taking it off and doing your rage.
Speaking of that, if anyone hasn't seen it, I've got it ready on here. If no one has seen it,
play it.
Well, Jason. Okay, then. So Jason's asked to play it now. Okay, then go on then. So if anyone didn't see Archer's rage after the Southampton game when I did the fan reaction with them, well then, here you are. Here we go.
Steve Bruce, look into my eyes. I'm taking this shirt off.
Oh, God.
You need to be absolutely get out of this club. No! Oh, that's a comic, that like brilliant.
Do you know what I find it most hilarious, Art, is when your eyes.
I'll be eyes pop out when I said no.
That is epic.
Well, you can understand why you did that in a way, Archer, because but hey, that was hilarious. I mean, that is hilarious. When my sister was on camera, doing the camera, and then you've got Paul, you've got Sharky, you've got anyone else that can hear her as well, and it's just like Jesus Christ, his Archer turned into the Incredible Hulk or something. Hey, Jesus Christ. That was hilarious. That was funny, that. Yeah, but anyways.
Do you guys know anyone close that's going to Old Trafford away next week?
I'm not too sure. I presume.
I think Lee and Harry from Newcastle Fans
Yeah, I
TV
think
are going.
Newcastle Fans TV, they'll be there. Down there. As
Well,
well.
I'm going to Leeds game, but I might be going to Wolves and Watford.
Oh no. Jason, you going to any away games in London? Because I know you're from around there.
At the moment, no.
Palace away?
Palace. I would only go to Palace mainly because my dad supports Palace.
Yeah.
Be quite a rivalry, but I'm not really going to any games.
I told John, stay at home. Like he tells people, stay in bed.
There you go. Alan, good evening. Hope you're well, mate. How do you think Santiago Munoz will do in the youth academy? Will he break the season? I've been in 54 degrees in Turkey. The roads were melting. Wow. What? 54 degrees. Holy crap. God. I've been to Turkey once, but 54 degrees. Jesus, my word.
I've heard of things like that happening. You go away to there and you've got extreme heat. You literally see the road bubbling.
Well, Australia, when it gets very hot, or they have their heat waves, a lot of bushfires can break out.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Santiago Munoz. How do you think he'll do in the under-23 squad?
Will we even know how he does this for the under-23s? Because is he even going to make a breakthrough and make an appearance for the senior squad?
That's the thing you wonder.
All I've got to say, I've never heard of the kid, but I've seen the film Goal, but I've never even heard of the kid.
Yeah.
It's not the same one.
Yeah. I mean, you see there Kuno Besha do a little talk about this Santiago Munoz as well. If anyone didn't see that as well.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
I need to watch that movie one time.
I've seen the first and the second one. I haven't seen the third one, actually.
I thought it was just one movie.
No, there's three of them. You've got Goal, which is Newcastle.
One's
Goal 2 is Goal 2 is Real Madrid. And the other one, I think he's doing it for his country, which I'm not sure about ahead. I think that one was not as decent as the other two.
That's like most movies.
Must not have been. I've never heard of the third one.
I mean, I don't know if it came out in the cinema.
I mean, those movies came out when I was a child, so I never really.
Yeah, they did hide in a way, didn't they? Mark, good evening. Hope you're well. Yes, we're all doing very well. Thanks very much. Just to let you know, your defense will face Greenwood, Sancho, Bruno, and Ronaldo.
Thanks to
certainly,
man.
certainly will.
Easy.
Oh dear.
Jay and Sancho, that's the perfect game for him to bet into the Premier League.
I don't think he's had a decent start. I mean, I didn't think he was that effective against Wolves, I must say. I thought Wolves played very well in that game as well. Just couldn't hit the target.
I'm looking a bit wrong about my Wolves relegation prediction.
Oh, I mean, that's not a bad shout there, Ryan.
I'm still sticking with them. I'm going to change. I'm going to update my opinions in like Christmas time. That's
a good idea, but with Wolves, that's not a bad shout because 3 out of 3 lost. They've conceded 3 goals, so they've only lost by a goal to 0 in the 3 games. But they can't score goals at the minute.
Yeah,
Traore, he's using his pace, but his finishing's been a letdown.
we have a point. They have 0, but I'm sure Wolves fans are a lot more happier than we are.
I mean, we've conceded 8 goals this season. 8 goals.
I think they're 0 and 3 goal difference, or -3 goal difference. So
And we've conceded 8.
I'd be in their position more.
We're playing 5 at the back as well.
Something they do, but they have the players to play that.
I'd rather be like Wolves because they're playing quite well. Plenty of shots
Well,
on target.
just shame they're not getting the results, but they're just lacking a bit in their attacking. Traore, the kid's lightning when he's on the ball, but it's just his final. He's shooting to let him down, and Jimenez is not finding the net as well.
I could see Wolves away being another draw, like an absolute thumping. Because
another 1-1 draw.
Oh God, yeah, Jacob.
I mean that's the how many draws? 1-1 draws we've had against Wolves.
And how many times has Bolly scored against us?
Matt Doherty scored in the last minute. I think one time when they beat us.
We drew 1-1 home and away, and Bolly got both goals for Wolves.
Yeah. We lost at home 2-0 to Rafa. We had Yedlin sent off in that game. We conceded right in the end. We drew 1-1 away. We thought we had that game wrapped up until Will Bolly came in. After Dubravka, looks like everyone was just he got himself in a kind of wrestling move. So we drew 1-1. After that was another 1-1 where we drew 1-1. We took the lead through where Jamal Lascelles. Then they equalised through Johnny, and then Sean Longstaff got sent off. That game, we drew at their place again, 1-1. I know Miggy opened the score, but then Dendonga got the equaliser as well. And Wolves again at their place last season, 1-1. Jimenez opened the score, and then Jacob Murphy gets an equaliser from a free.
That was such a dead game until like the 85th minute.
It was, wasn't it? And then the last game we played them was 1-1 again. We took the lead, Lascelles again. And then and then some ball watching that we like to do.
Oh my God, yeah, Neves.
Ruben Neves gets a header.
Yeah.
And that's how we get a point only. That was 2 points dropped in that game, I must say.
Yeah, because we played pretty well.
First off, we should have been at least 2 up. 2 up. Miggy hit the post. Jolin had a decent chance. I know ASM had one in the net, but it was offside. Oh, we had them in that first half. We really did. But we ball watched for that equaliser.
Yeah.
I mean, that's been our frustration there, ball watching. Ryan, Gideon, hope you're well. Tennis balls and pitch invasion for the Leeds game are all sorted, I heard. Tennis balls, wow.
Why is there pitch invasion? Why is there like protests against Leeds? Like, it seems like they're in a good place right now.
Well, it's when we play Leeds at home. I think he's on about us.
Then you've got all this beefed up security ready to go around the stadium and outside the stadium, apparently.
Be interested to see how that pans out. It really is. Yeah, Tony says what we need to do against Man United is to play full fringe under 23 players and tell them to go from the start and get sent off. The match will be abandoned and classed as a 3-0 loss easily.
It's probably the best result to take rather than a 9-0.
Yes. Leila says, as a Leicester fan, it isn't easy at the moment. We're cursed with injuries. Just Tielemans is out, Ricardo's out for 6 weeks, and Bertrand Evans Fofana just to remain out. But then they got
a great start so far this season too. Oh, sort of actually.
I mean, they won against 2-1 against Norwich, but I thought Norwich played well in that game.
I think it's just been their performances, but they've been getting the results almost.
Yeah. Tangy says Bruce did the same thing as Southgate for Burnley penalty shootout. Players that came on as subs missed the penalties. Yeah, I totally agree with that. Easy. I mean, ASM, his penalty was awful as well.
Wasn't the only... Wait, oh no, Joe Linton played that game. Yeah, I'd keep him for penalties because He's pretty decent.
I mean, at least he took a run up for a penalty and slotted in the bottom corner. ASM barely took a run up, and his penalty was saved comfortably by Hennessy.
I couldn't watch the game at all, but like, I guess it's a common thing nowadays where most players have no clue or they overthink how to run up for penalties.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, ASM and Miggy's penalties were garbage in that game. They really were.
The two people you would have expected to have scored.
Yeah, you would have expected them to put away. Well, Miggy, I think you had a feeling he was going to miss, but ASM, you would think, and he would have put that in.
Miggy probably went like the left side of the net, but not enough power, and it wasn't in the corner.
Yeah.
Kind of like Saka's penalty.
It was just, he tried to go a little bit high, but the power wasn't brilliant.
Not the worst.
And Hennessy saved it. You knew what was going to happen. ASM, he barely took a run up. And Hennessy was like, I've got a chance of saving this if he's not taking a run up. Silly did that. When you look at Joe Linton, took a run up, slotted in the bottom corner very nicely. Sean Longstaff as well, and Joe Willock.
I mean, when's the next time we talk about penalty takers? We don't clean up. We don't do enough in the box.
We have a horrific record in penalty shootouts, though, don't we?
Certainly do. To be like England, definitely. Definitely right. We should have at least tried for Rondon. Yes, should have tried to go for Rondon back. I mean, I think he'll score goals for Rafa with Everton. I think he'll still have it.
I feel like nowadays you have to have three. You have to have at least 3 strikers in the squad, Premier League squad.
Yeah. Peter, what are your thoughts on Kraft going to Fulham? Would you have cried? No. If Emil Kraft went, what would you be like? Would you be
now we're down to just 1 right back.
Yeah, it's good and bad. You wouldn't care that he left, but at the same time, the club wouldn't actually go out and buy a right back. We'd play a center back there.
Yeah, I mean, totally agree.
Oh no, we'd play Isaac Hayden there.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah. Alan says the away shirt is the best in the Premier League, hands down. The only problem is the sponsor, which ruins all the shirts. Why can't a car company sponsor us?
Yeah, let's get Chevrolet.
I have no idea. Why. Yeah, Thomas laughed up to see a video of Archer. Was alcohol involved in that rant? But certainly we went to the pub before the game. That was the thing, Archer. We went to the pub before the game.
Yeah, we did. And then when we left the ground, we end up some tosspot decides to follow her and say Steve Bruce is a better manager than Rafa Benitez.
I wonder if Paul was there to give him a shake in the head.
Oh God, yeah. I mean, that was that was just heat gold. Ukraine are better than France, according to Layla.
Let's check the
France
score.
are...
Well, apparently Ukraine are 1-0 up.
Oh, wow, interesting. Is Joe Linton better than Iheanacho? No.
Oh my God, are you joking?
By a country mile.
Oh, Martial just scored for France.
Thomas says, Peter, any romantic dates with Kraft? No, you can bugger off, Thomas. The second goal movie is crap. The third one is abysmal. Well, I said I've not seen the third one. I've seen the other 2. Oh, someone's vibrating in the background. Is that you, Archer?
Unfortunately.
Yeah. Leila says Wolves could have won all 3 games if Traore can finish, but when Jimenez is back to full fitness, then he will bang them in. I think Wolves will start to score goals again, I must say, but
it ain't going to take long.
Traore, when he's on the ball, it's lethal.
As soon as they play us.
Anyway, Peter, I'm going to shoot off it.
No problem, Archer.
Catch you later.
Thank you very much for coming in. See you, Archer.
See ya.
So that was Archer. Mr. Handlebars, which is the person out of YMCA look-alike almost. He just had the black cap, jacket, and leather pants. Oh, I think it would almost look like him.
I think John's about to go live soon.
Anyway, I thought he was going live about 7 o'clock, but now it says he's now going live in 20-odd hours, according to the last time I checked.
He's going on at 4 p.m. for me. And it's 3:56 here.
Yeah.
Fan form with Steve Machada.
Ryan says, surprised Bruce never left after Archer tended the Hulk from the Blue Oyster in the police academy. Well, we're not entirely sure. Bruce has said he hasn't. He's decided he hasn't walked away just yet. I mean, it was only one game when the fans were making their feelings out towards them.
That's just the start.
The thing is, what I will say, let's continue, keep that going.
It sounds like it's just the start.
It is, yeah.
You're going to start hearing a lot of that against Man United.
It's up to fans like you, Peter, who go to all the home games. Me and Jason can't do anything. Well, especially me. I can't go to games unless I spend a few grand. I'm not doing that.
I think I'd rather catch up with all my bills than watch us play and come home even more depressed.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, mate. Taggy says, excuse me, Wolves played Leicester, Man United, and Spurs, so their luck will change. Well, yeah. They've played the top sides at this moment of time. But they've done, it's just a shame they haven't picked up the points yet. But I think they will soon. Right, says Peter, I'm in Chicago for AEW pay-per-view tomorrow. Spoke to a few sources today. Daniel Bryan contract signed. He will debut tomorrow. Interesting. Well, we know Punk's now on there now as well.
Yep.
That's like, my brother was telling me the other day that Cody Rhodes was like the founder of it.
Yeah.
I think
apparently the people who own AEW is actually the owners of Fulham as well.
Really?
Sure.
Wow. Oh, the Yankees or whatever they're called?
But yeah, I think AEW is way going ahead of WWE now these days. I think WWE are just getting rid of all of their best talents and
just waiting for Braun Strowman to go over there.
I haven't watched WWE in years. I just like watching the returns of certain superstars.
Well, what I will say about the WWE was just before SummerSlam, what Edge did before. I mean, that brood bath he gave to Seth Rollins. I remember the brood back in the Attitude Era. Him, Christian Gangrel. That was a tag team. That was good for Edge to do a tribute on them. So that was good. But yeah, I think WWE's just going downhill really at this moment of time. Lena says, just to say Ireland are so bad, they have a shocking team. Best player is Mac Doherty, and that's when you know. Republic of Ireland.
Yeah, I've heard Spurs fans say that like they don't like Doherty that much. And
I've seen that.
Best player is Jeff Hendrick, I would have thought.
Yeah.
He's not even playing.
Thomas says, Jason cute dog, but you've added another kind of there. It's one of my 5 cats. Oh, you got 5 cats, Jason?
I got 5. One sleeping in front on my computer desk, right in front of me.
Oh, has he got 5 cats? Wow.
I love dogs. I'm a dog person, but the cats belong to my partner.
I mean, I know I've got a dog as well, but I used to have a cat back in the DM as well. I don't mind either. Jason, I just read that one. Good evening, chaps. Hope you're well, Keith. Tony says, but what do you think? What do you guys think of Bruce Holiday and in Portugal?
Disgusting.
It's an absolute shambles.
Absolutely disgusting. That is a huge 2 fingers up to the club.
Exactly. You should be getting those players who want international duty in that training ground and getting them weighed down.
They're probably on freaking vacation too. All it's going to take is for one of them to post something on Instagram and then expose the whole squad.
Exactly.
I think I see everyone saying that the staff and the players were unaware of it, and they're fuming at the fact that Bruce is out there.
Yeah. Right, says Adam Cole left WWE 2 weeks ago. There you go. That's another one. Well, we've got another guest in the background, and it's Mr. Jim Sharkey from Toon Army TV. How you doing, man? How was the Blythe game? I know you went to the Blythe game the day.
I really enjoyed it, thanks. Yeah, good game. Playing some good stuff. Just felt that we were a bit unlucky in the final third. But Brackley, obviously, second in the league. I thought they matched them. To be fair, that a ball, well, we thought was in the back of the net. Robbie Dale put a ball through, put it over the top, chipped the goalkeeper, and then found one of the Blythe Spartans players onside. Then he chipped the goalkeeper twice in the one move, and then literally the ball was, well, we all thought was in the back of the net, and then it latched it to like clearance off the line from an ex-Heath player. He cleared it off the line and prevented a 1-0 lead. But it was 1,000 fans though. They're getting more. They're getting more each week.
That's good. I mean, that's what you like to see for in a non-league football ground as well. Gator played a 3-3 draw with Southport. Kind of come back from 3-1 down as well.
That surprised me, because but they read all the scores out at half time, and I'm thinking they're going to boo the Gateshead result. They actually didn't. They booed the Dolleton result. I was like, all right.
Well, I mean, Gator coming from 3-1 down him as well. Just shows they're not giving up.
That's mad. They're actually. I think Blythe went down a couple of places, but they're still on the same point as Gateshead, though. They're both on 8.
Yeah. That's good. But Gator have got to play the extra game in hand on Tuesday away to Leamington Spa.
And there was was it Steve Agnew? He was at Blythe as well. He was watching.
Oh, was he? Wow.
Aye, Steve Agnew. He was watching.
At least he's not on vacation.
Oh well.
Steve Bruce is actually on holiday. They're old pictures.
Other.
He's actually in the UK.
Oh,
yeah,
he's not. All right, so he's not in Portugal.
No.
All right.
If you look back at those old pictures, they're from like 5 years ago.
All right.
He's definitely in the UK because all the whole quarantine thing as well. Like obviously it's still off season, but
well, there you are.
International break.
Yeah, I mean, go back to Gateshead 3-3 down. I mean, Macaulay Langstaff again kind of stopped scoring for them. Langstaff.
It's a good point for them though because it was a 3-0 down. I think was a 3-0 down.
3-1 down. I think Southport went 2-0 up. Gateshead got one back. Then Southport got a penalty and made it 3-1, and then Gateshead got 2 goals, and Langstaff scored right in the stoppage time.
Tell you, the Blythe and Gateshead game is going to be very interesting when that comes around, when they both face each other, because Blythe are a lot more competitive now than they were last season.
I mean, they were looking to be relegated at one point until the pandemic called off the rest of the season.
I'm going to put them in the playoffs this season, I reckon.
Hi, I mean,
I'm going to stick my neck on the line.
Jason, do you watch any non-league football? Do you go into any non-league football games?
I do support my local team, Welling United. That used to be around that. They're in the 5th tier. All
right, I mean, I like to go watch Gateshead play. I like to go watch London non-league football because they like to play the game.
Well, that's what I did today with the international break. Like, go and support your local non-league sides. It doesn't matter how far they are. Just go and give them a bit of money. It always makes a difference. Like the 50-50 draws, just buying food and buying the programs. It always helps them out. Everyone just seems like so connected. Like you don't get that in Newcastle. It's always like, oh, thanks for your money, thanks for your full season ticket money. I'll see you next season. These are just a number, basically.
Yeah. Shoggy, did you watch the England game?
Yes, I did. First half, frustrating. They had a couple of chances. And then second half, I thought they played much better. And obviously, they scored the 4 goals. And their goalkeeper had a nightmare for a couple of them. Let's be honest.
Well, we all know there was more racists coming from in that game from the Hungarian fans. Throwing cups. Was it beer they had in them cups as well?
Could have been piss. Could have been anything.
Could have been anything. I mean...
Nobody knows, do they?
If that's alcohol, you're thinking, how did they get into the seats with alcohol? Because normally football stadiums will not let fans will go
different
in.
Rules for different countries. In the UK, I know it's banned, but in other countries, it's actually not banned. It's like rugby. In this country, you can bring actual, alcohol in, but it's just obviously we as football fans, we all get branded as hooligans. We can't be trusted.
Yeah.
You can see why.
Exactly. I mean, but that game was far too comfortable for England in the second half. And
I tell you, it's going to be. I was going to say it's going to be even easier tomorrow.
Andorra, 5 o'clock kickoff. But,
and then Poland after that.
Poland as well. I mean,
that'll be a tough one.
The Newcastle women are playing tomorrow as well. So
for that game. Crotty's at the post.
I bet Chip is going to be at that game.
Sorry, guys.
Well,
I'm watching soccer.
I've actually asked him if he wanted to come along, but he said the Formula One is on Sunday as well. And do you know what I would like to say about Formula One?
Go on. yeah, that's me as well. Like, it's a bit like snooker. Like, I might watch one couple of frames and then I get a bit bored. Unless I'm playing
It feels like golf or tennis.
Yeah, it's like, I know Barry, he likes to watch cricket. I don't mind cricket at times.
Yeah, that's enough. Like rugby, it's enough to put me to sleep. Actually, it's up there with Bruce Ball. I mean, I'm only just persisting because I love the club.
That's what people say about football in Canada.
Yeah.
So I tell you what, make Bruce Ball look amazing in Canada.
Exactly. Tony says the Faroe Isles are holding Denmark at 0-0. As a Brit living in Denmark, I am loving it.
They beat Scotland, didn't they, in the last game? Was it 2-0 maybe?
Yes, it was. Ryan says, I get a private jet back to the UK next week thanks to my sister. Whoa, look at you, Ryan.
Any of you guys watching Soccer Aid?
No, I don't know what's happening in that game.
I saw a photo of it.
No.
That game was on. Yeah, that was on.
I think
Roberto Carlos has hit the crossbar.
Yeah.
He hit the crossbar.
Of course, he hit the crossbar.
Yeah. Keith says Blige Spartans have been on YouTube and the football is brilliant. Well, you were there to see it, Chalky, there in the day.
Honestly, like, I'm not just saying it. They played out their skin today. Honestly, Robbie Dale was man of the match and deservedly so. For someone who's like, past his age now in the game, he's just like the best player on the park. Like, some of the tackles he was thrown in today, like making the young kids who play for Blythe look stupid and brainless. He's some of the balls.
Gigi O'Donnell, he plays for the Blythe Spartans now, didn't he?
Alton?
What?
Peter, I'm going to head off now.
What happened there, Shorty?
So this new goalkeeper, he's never played a goal in his life, and literally the rest of the world have scored the most piss easiest goal that you're ever going to see. Like, he's literally made a massive comedy of it. I'll try and see if I can show you. You have to see this.
Okay, let's have a look.
One second. I'll try and. Can I switch the camera? Is there a way I can do that?
You can try. It might not. You might have to turn your phone around. Oh, God.
Look at this.
Wow, God. Oh, who is that goalkeeper? What?
Why are you sticking your foot out? Go down.
Did you see that?
Yeah, I mean, thinking, wow, I think anyone would have saved that.
Oh, honestly, like, he's never played before. That's his first time he's played. He's been on the pitch, 6 minutes? And he's conceded. I mean, let's be fair, though. Let's be fair, he can't be worse than half the goalkeepers I've seen, even some of the Premier League ones.
Exactly.
Ramsdale.
Exactly. Tony says in Denmark, you've ladies carrying and selling trays of beer around the stands, except in UEFA competitions. All right. Tony says, actually, the beers are in trays. They don't sell trays of beers. All right. Fair enough. Well, I've got another guest in the background, so we'll bring him in. And it's Alex. So, yeah, he is.
I'm going to head off now, Peter.
All right. No problem, Ryan. Thank you very much for coming in.
Good evening. Good to see you, Ryan, man. Been a long time. Hope you keep well, mate.
See you, Ryan. Thank you very much. See you there. So that was Ryan. Alex, how you doing? You there, Alex?
Yeah, I'm good.
That's good.
How are you doing?
Not too bad. How are you enjoying the international break?
How are you doing?
Yes, all carry. Good.
Yeah, I'm watching. Well, I mean, I guess I'm enjoying it and I'm not enjoying it at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, international break's one of them where you like it or
I'm watching France right now.
All right, what's happening in that game now?
Yeah, I'm watching France right now.
Is it 1-1?
Yeah, they're 1-1 against Ukraine. They were losing at halftime. Then Martial scored.
Yeah,
Ukraine, France, 1-1. Martial recently scored the penalty. Martial. Oh. Then anyway, I don't really like the main reason I don't like the international breaks is that because your player can get injured. For example, we already lost our goalkeeper and we might lose another goalkeeper. Considering next Saturday we have Napoli Juventus and one of our goalkeepers is out and Ospina could have been out too, so would have been without goalkeepers.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah,
that's another thing. Yeah, yeah, that's the thing when a lot of players go out on international duty, they have the fear that someone could pick up an injury.
Yeah, a lot
on
of
there,
people,
so-
a lot of people have been complaining, and to be honest, after it, that they do these international breaks in the middle of the season, and now that you think about it, I think it's completely pointless to do international breaks in the middle of the season.
Yeah, the way it is can be, yes, really. Taggy says has to be a
Yeah.
celebrity in goal. Sounds like it if what you've seen there, Sharky.
Oh, it was an absolute comedy show. What's he doing? I mean, fair enough, it's soccer here, but you can't be conceding goals like that, surely. Imagine if I was Newcastle, you just get rid of him, right? Right, get on the bench. Get someone else in.
Yeah. Right says, how dare you say that about Formula One? I can say that about your team, but the pitch invasion and tennis balls will be fun to watch. Do you think there's going to be a pitch?
Formula One's boring. For me, whenever I hear Formula One's on, I just want to get a fly squat out.
The only Formula One I'm interested in is Mario Kart, and that is it. I'm only interested in Mario Kart. That's it.
Oh, I like that. Mario Kart. Oh, God.
Yeah, I used to play when I was little. Yeah, I'll play when I was like 9 or 10.
I mean, go back to this. Do you think there's going to be a pitch invasion against Leeds and tennis balls are going to be involved?
No.
I don't think it happened.
No.
It sounds so like plain and simple.
Anyway,
it's not going to happen. It's just talk.
Done.
Rather than do that, just get behind the team. At the end of the day, we need to get a win from somewhere. Yes, they're difficult fixtures, but the more we do this, the more we're just like the players are just going to be more so downbeat. We're not going to get results. And we do not want to be playing catch up in the January when all the other clubs will be playing catch up as well. You know what I mean? It's a case of let's get some early points on the board.
Yeah, I mean, I totally agree with that massively. So,
what's it going to do though? Like, what's it actually going to achieve? Like, from like all they'll do is they'll just throw them back in, and then that's it. Game over, finished. Get on with the game.
Exactly. I mean, it's just. Well, I mean, because we did that under the last season under Rafa, and it was affecting the players a lot as well.
It's not the players' fault though. We know it's the actual ownership though. The players can only do what they need to do, which is play on the pitch for 90 plus minutes and try and give the role and try and get the result that we need. Obviously, I get it. Like we don't like Steve Bruce and out like that, but once the players kick the ball, that's it. We have to get behind them. It's as simple as that.
Exactly. I mean, yeah. I mean, we've got Man United next, and I don't think we're going to get anything out of that game. I think
don't get me wrong. Like, fans can do what they please, but I won't be for any tennis balls.
Nah, I mean, I won't be as well.
I mean, the next two fixes, they're going to be tough, but we'll have to show that we've learned something from these 3 games, or 4 games if you want to include the Carabao Cup. And hopefully, whatever's been said's been said over the international break, and we'll start, pull them away and start, stop defending properly.
Exactly.
Do you know what? We're not bad in the final third. I think we're just a bit unlucky, but the defending where we're so heavy rely on.
So wide open. I mean, we're still playing 5 at the back, and we still look so wide open, as well.
Yeah, we do.
8 goals conceded, as well.
That's what I'm saying. Like we are a little bit unlucky in the final third. We're creating the chances, we're scoring the goals. It's just the defense that we so heavily rely on has just been out of place.
Well, up against Ronaldo, Greenwood, Fernandes, Sancho.
It's not worth thinking about, is it? But Jeff Hendrick is going to score the 90th minute winner. Don't you worry about that.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
No, it's not. I'm just taking the piss. But can you imagine all the hype up of Ronaldo, right? And St. Maximin pops up with the winner. Imagine.
That would be good.
That'd be fun, that.
Question. Do you think Ronaldo is going to start on Saturday? Because I don't think he will. I think he'll come off the bench.
It's a funny one. It's just, to be honest, I was actually thinking he was going to start, but if you're thinking he's going to come off second, I'm going to stick your neck on the line and say he's going to start. I think he'll start.
He'll start. I think he'll be on the bench. I'm surprised they've kept us our game at 3:00.
But I don't think that he will play the full 90 minutes, so I think he may play about 60, 70 minutes.
Possibly, we'll wait and see. I mean, I think he'll definitely be involved at some point in the game. I was surprised this game's still a 3:00 kickoff, and it hasn't been moved.
It's because of TV. They'd already sorted it out because it gave Spurs the 4:00 kickoff, didn't it?
I mean, it could have been an early kickoff on a Saturday. It could have been a Friday night.
It's mad, isn't it?
It could have been a Saturday evening kickoff.
To be honest with you, let's just get the game over and done with. I don't want to delay it any longer.
Because normally Newcastle United and Man United games, when they play up against each other, they'll always seem to televise them.
We know the outcome, really. Let's be honest. Let's just get this game over and done with. I didn't even take a 12:30, to be honest. Let's just get it, drown me sorrows, then we can just move on.
Yeah, I mean, it's just exactly. Yeah, definitely.
Anyway, what do you lot think of Newcastle's start to the season so far?
Shit. Absolute
Rubbish.
shit.
Absolutely rubbish.
Yeah.
Do you want a positive? We've got a point in the bud, but that's not really positive, is it?
I mean, I thought we were pretty lucky in that Southampton game. I mean,
I'll be honest. In reality, I think we should at least have 4 or 5 points on the board, like for all the games that we played.
Should have been, but because we've slowed this stars and so garbage and we look so
the
wide
midfield
open.
is a real concern for me as well. Like, we're just so dead in that midfield.
It is, apart from Joe Willock. Who else is good in that midfield?
Do you want some positive news as well? Got some more for you. I was reading this morning, apparently Caldolo could be fit for Manchester United.
I've heard about that, but from what I've heard lately, I think he'll probably stick with Freddie Woodman.
I hope he doesn't. And I don't like to say that.
The thing is, I don't think Freddie Woodman's put a foot wrong. He's not helped with what's in front of him.
Do you want me to give you one negative of Freddie Woodman? Just one negative.
He holds on the ball too long. That's his downfall.
No, actually not two. Like, he keeps. I don't know if it's just Bruce's way of doing it, but just passing from the back as well. That really frustrates me.
Yeah, I mean that's another thing. But anyway, I don't think Woodman's put a foot wrong. I mean, he's
I like him, but if Darlow is available, I'll definitely go with Darlow. Because I think Darlow was fantastic at the start of last season. Unlucky, really.
But it just depends how Darlow's feeling because he's been out with COVID.
I'd say give him a game for the under-23s and then bring him in.
That would be a good idea. I think we should have done that with Dubravka last season because he was frozen out of the team for a long time.
I'm a fan of that Gary Caldwell. Like, I'm a fan of him. Like, I think he's going to do well for the under-23s.
Yeah, I think he will as well. I mean, it did work with Chris Hogg. We knew it did work.
Who? I didn't even know who the guy was when he got the job. I mean, let's be honest. Has he been like employed from Universal Credit or something? Because let's be honest, he's done nothing. We finished near the bottom of the league. Deary me.
Exactly. Where was
Peter, I'm going to be honest here, right? Look, I'll be surprised if this year you don't make a video where you don't make an even bigger rant than you did in Brighton Newcastle, to be honest. I'll be surprised.
Well,
it's what the club does to you, though. It makes you rich.
It certainly does.
Because Brighton, I'd never seen you. Because I still remember that Brighton game. I still remember. I'd never seen this angry. I thought you were angry enough after Sheffield. Brighton, I'd never seen you like this. I swear.
Yeah.
What did I say, Peter, for the Brighton game? Though I said I've got a funny feeling about this one. It's going to be a hammering, and it was.
It was, I mean, I believe that game was awful. Tony says, our support base is so divided, they are far more likely to throw them at each other than on the pitch. Well, we need to start getting together as a fan base now.
I think it's difficult, though, because the ownership doesn't care, though. It doesn't matter what we try. They won't budge. Mike Ashley is like, he's as stale as it comes. Like, he's not bothered what we do. It doesn't matter how hard we try. We've tried protests that don't work. It doesn't even matter, to be honest with you, right? It was proven last season. We could have nobody in that stadium, but he's still making money from the Premier League. During the pandemic, they could play the full season without fans. So the longer we stay in the Premier League, what does no fans mean to Mike Ashley? Nothing.
And again, that statement yesterday.
Well, you could have put that in crayon and you could literally erase all everything that they just said because it's what we've been saying.
Exactly. I mean, Nick says, oh my God, Red Saturday, like I think we all are. Taggy says, get behind the team. What do you think the fans have been doing for 14 years? And get behind this team. The players are garbage. Well, we've got some decent players in the side, but we've also got a lot of bag average players in that side.
Well, we're
not good enough.
It's not that, though. Like,
Jeff Hendrick.
We know that they're not good enough. But we've just got to get behind them when we'll say what we want about them, but when they kick a ball, you've just got to get behind them because at the end of the day, the more that we go against them, then that'll just seal the relegation at the end of the season a lot earlier, and we don't want that.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Well, what's happening?
Martial literally threw on goal, hit the post. He hit the post. He was throwing goal, he hit the post.
Martial's been a bit of a hitty-missy player, him, like I would say.
Yeah.
A lot of Man United fans. Yeah, there's a lot of Man United fans who've got mixed opinions on him. I must say.
Yeah,
so.
actually, he's been, to be honest, ever since Cavani arrived. I mean, and already when Cavani arrived, he hasn't found much space. God forbid with Ronaldo.
Exactly. Nick says, I got tickets for the game. I cannot wait, but Drennan, like, you'll go because I know you'll be looking forward to it because it's a away day. It's good for the experience. Thing is, I haven't been Old Trafford before my life, and I would love to go down sometime just to witness what it'd be like to go visit one of the biggest stadiums in the country and just experience an away day down there.
I was hoping that they were going to drop a 0, but no chance. The minute Ronaldo was saying that was it.
God. Watford's still on 25 points, and I mean...
Oh, I'll get tickets for Watford and Wolves. I'm just waiting for them one to drop. It's just Man United and Ronaldo. No one's going for Newcastle. That's a sad reality for us at the minute. No one's actually going for us. Even our own fans, they're not going to watch us. They're going to watch Ronaldo. There's even people, right? There's even like so-called Newcastle fans who don't even like football. I've seen it on Facebook. I've seen so-called Newcastle fans who don't even watch Newcastle. Oh, I'm only going for Ronaldo. That's why I want tickets.
Yeah, exactly. Right, says I put a
By
bet
the way,
on the United game. 6-0. Get the lube ready, Peter. Oh God, Ryan, get the lube out.
That's a good result. If we get beat 6-0, it's what we've been used to against Man United and Ronaldo in the past.
I'd say 4-0 more to be honest.
I'm going 6, mate.
4-1. I think it's going to finish 4-1. 4-1. 6-0 is too much. 4-1, I think.
Yeah. 4-1, that's probably fair. I thought would probably please us. Did anyone go to the Papa John's Trophy game against Sheffield Wednesday? No.
No, but I've seen the highlights. I thought we were unlucky, though.
Yeah. Thomas says, Thomas, you went, did you? Her. I mean, Ty says the player does deserve as much criticism as the manager and owners. They don't seem to have any leaders who grab the game by the scruff of the neck. No desire or fire in their bellies. Well, again, it's how Bruce is playing them in positions as well.
It's the formation. It's just the whole dynamic of the team. There's just nothing there. Do you know what I mean? It just seems to be no organisation whatsoever. Even
he's going to go 5 at the back against Man United. No doubt about it.
No. Played 9 at the back, man. 9 at the back, one striker.
Oh, God, aye.
But the goalkeeper, he got pretty much 9 at the back, or even 10 at the back if you want to say that. And just Waterfront.
And again, it takes you right back to the call-in when he was called out on playing players out of position. He admitted that Murphy and Ritchie were forward-thinking players, and Joe Linton is not a striker; he's more of a winger. And then the next game, he goes and plays him in that exact same position again.
I can't believe he had the audacity to say on Radio Newcastle that he's taking me forwards, he's taking me backwards.
Yeah, exactly. We need to toughen up, like I reckon. We actually do a decent amount, but we just need the right attitude for it. But gets down to Bruce, he's sending it up far too incorrectly. Jake says, I reckon it'll be a terrible game. Be a terrible game for us, not for Man United. Definitely not.
Actually, do you know what? I genuinely hope it is a little Brucey 0-0 draw. I'll take that. That'll be a great result for us. I'll take it, mate.
It would be.
Everyone behind the ball. Defend, lads. Just defend.
I believe we actually got a 0-0 draw against away to Man United on the McLaren.
Yes, we did. And it can happen again.
There you go, exactly.
Yeah, I remember that too. Yeah. It was early in the season, wasn't it?
Keith says we have no cover for players getting injured. Our bench doesn't
and you could have won as well.
Tank says if I was a 2-player, I would say in my own mind.
You could have won as well.
I would be gladiator make the game change. Depends who you got on the bench.
You could imagine if Joe Burke scored.
Oh yeah, exactly. Well, guys, if you're enjoying the show, please don't forget to hit the like button. Please subscribe if you're new to the channel. We do have 2 other YouTubers here. We've got Jason Keep the Tune. Go and drop him a subscriber. And Sharky on Toonami TV, who's been started back on YouTube as well with the match vlogs since we've been going back to games. As well. Sharky, the eternal optimist.
Yeah, I'm not that optimistic. Oh no, he's saying I'm being... Well, you know what? I'm trying to be optimistic. But
is he not there today, or was he there earlier before I came in?
You sorry? You said sorry, Alex?
Sorry? Annie, where's he at? Was he there earlier, or has he already arrived?
He's actually in the background.
Annie,
waiting,
was he there earlier, or is he not here today? Annie?
He'll be coming out shortly because he's in the waiting room.
Coincidence, so I'll
get him in. So when I've just read this comment out from Nick, and I'll get him in this city. Yeah, literally of the away fans would just be there for Ronaldo. I know so many people got tickets who weren't even season ticket holders to go for Cristiano Ronaldo. Exactly.
Do you know how much they were selling them for?
Yeah.
£1,500.
Yeah.
Oh, I see that. I'm thinking, Jesus Christ, really?
Nah.
Mark, good evening. I hope you're well. Any of you going to watch Newcastle United women game tomorrow against Chorley? Yeah, I'm thinking to definitely get myself there. Anyway, guys, we'll get him in now. It is Annie. So here he is. How you doing?
Annie, I've got a question for you straight away. What was the Bristol City score today? Did he win?
No, because he went.
You went play, were you?
Didn't play.
But Annie, I've seen you be concentrating on the cricket the day, I see.
Yeah.
Good evening.
Yeah. Piss off, Jason. Just
Oh!
piss off. Come on. It's with Barry as well, so it's okay. Yeah, it's good. It's good.
Wake us up and go back to football. Cheers.
Right, because I seen you on Barry's show as well.
Yeah.
With Billy as well.
Mm-hmm.
I've not checked the cricket score of the day, so I
The
don't know
James's Park was full today, though.
Oh.
Magic weekend, the rugby.
Yeah.
They've held free rugby games today. They were all full. Free again tomorrow.
Oh, yes.
We've had Leeds, Hull,
Right.
we've had St Helens, but all these clubs.
Think what they're doing to our pitch.
Nick says, Annie, what cricket team does Annie support?
Internationally, I support India. Yeah.
There you are.
Indian.
How are they doing?
They're playing England.
Oh, Annie.
So, yeah.
Yes, they are.
Go on, Alex.
Annie, you just reminded me.
Yeah.
Annie, you just reminded me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who was that player that like 7 years ago, around Christmas, 6 years ago, he got like hit in the head and died? Who was that? It was like 6 years ago, around Christmas. Do you remember? Does any of you remember that? Annie, do you remember that?
No.
Can't remember off the top of my head. I'm not too sure. Nick says England for the win.
Yeah, looking unlikely.
We'll smash Andorra tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Well, they might they'll do the football, but I think India have done well in the cricket from what I've heard. So, but anyway, what's it like Bristol City on this weekend?
Relief.
Football isn't the same, but at least I don't have to endure the stress of us playing, which is good.
Welcome to Newcastle.
I was going to say, welcome to Sport Newcastle United.
Yeah.
I've had more entertainment today watching live.
At least we've won 2 of the last 3 games, which is good.
At least you don't support Arsenal.
That little dig right there.
Andy just said, what do you make of Arsenal start? I mean, that is awful.
I'm not worried about them because I think they'll definitely turn it around next week. They'll beat Norwich and then they'll go on to mad run.
I was going to ask that.
They'll go on to mad run after this. They'll beat Norwich and they'll start winning games. I'm confident for them, mate.
Do you think Arteta will be the first one for the sack this season?
No, not for me.
No.
I think the one at Palace will go first.
Oh, you think Vieira?
At this point, he will.
Vieira will go me. No, I think Arteta will stay. I think they're trying to work around him at the minute. And he's not the most entertaining managers, but maybe they're backing him. They got that centre back in, didn't on the deadline day.
Tommy Asu.
He looks all right. Looks like a decent centre back. But I say that he'll play up against Norwich and have an absolute comedy show. Then we'll start laughing. No, I think they'll beat Norwich.
Yeah, I think there will be. But God Almighty, if they don't beat Norwich, my God, there's going to be serious.
Yeah, there's going to be. Has anyone heard from DT? I still haven't seen him around anyway. I've only seen him write posts on Twitter about the games, but I haven't seen him on YouTube.
I think he's been taking a while off YouTube at the moment. I think because he's had a bit of dealing with trolls lately. Plus, because he's also a manager of his local team as well.
DTFC.
Oh yeah. I know that. Hope he comes back soon because I like watching AFTV, right? No disrespect to them, but I feel their pain and everything. But I mean, they're good to watch, if you know what I mean. And another thing, right? Troops. Does he live in America now, or is he just staying there for a while and then he's going to go back with Robbie and all those? Is he staying now? Is he
he's living there.
staying in America?
He's living.
Troops.
I don't know if he's living there. He's been over there for like sports stuff. I don't know if he's fully living over there.
Yeah.
He is living there. Yeah, definitely. I think he is.
Yeah,
He's
I'm
definitely
sure
living there.
He's been like that for almost a year now.
To be fair, no, he's not missing much.
I don't think he is at this moment of time. Here, we'll see.
2-0.
No, he's doing. I mean, if he.
So, you say 2-0 there, Shoggy, to the rest of the world.
Yeah, we're 2-0 over.
What are you watching?
It's England
The
against the
Soccer
rest of the world.
What is this?
Raid. The Soccer Raid game.
Oh, interesting. Very interesting. It's still 1-1 between Ukraine and France. I'm going to finish unfortunate. Kimpembe just got booked.
It's coming up now.
I've got to go now.
You what, sorry, Alex?
He does the same thing with his foot again.
Oh
my God.
I have to go now.
That goalkeeper is so bad.
Yeah, he is.
What's
Oh,
he
you should.
doing? It looks like he's never played a game of football in his life.
The exact same thing with his foot.
He's never played in goal before. I can say that for sure.
Sounds like you've done it.
Yeah, he's
Anyway.
never played goal. Anyway.
Yeah. Hey, Alex,
to
what were
go.
you saying there? Yeah, no problem, Alex. Thank you very much for coming in.
I have to go now. I have
No
to go
problem.
now.
See you later, Alex.
You're welcome.
Thanks very
You're
much.
welcome. Thank you for having me.
No problem
ya.
at all. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Take care, man. See you later. That was Alex. So, but anyway, guys, if you do want to come in the live show, just click the link you just pinned in the live comments.
Oh, he's human.
And I will see you in the waiting room, and I will bring you in as well. So,
He is
also
human.
keep your comments coming in the live chat as well. Don't forget to like, please subscribe to the channel if you are new as well. We've just hit over 1,200 subscribers as well, and that's going well. It's really, the subscribers are really starting to pick up as well, definitely. So, really, really appreciate your support with that as well.
Remember him?
Who, sorry?
Remember him? Sven Goran Eriksson.
Oh, we aye.
He's the England manager for this. He's the England manager.
Nice one.
No, he's not.
For the game tonight, he's
No.
the England manager.
That is such a big downfall. Like, God.
Well, it's soccer, isn't it? Obviously, it's just charity.
It's for charity. That's the good thing. It is for charity.
The game makes a difference, but the result doesn't really matter. It's about donating money and giving to those who are less fortunate.
Him as well. Tony says 6 years ago, Addy was like 4. I would say he was.
You're calling me 10 years old?
Addy's not. Oh,
Hey, well, we've got a bunch of 10-year-olds that play for Newcastle, I tell you.
Addy's now 14 years old.
Ah, yes.
Knows his football
Yes, I
well
am.
as well. Definitely.
Last week.
Him as well. If anyone's surprised why I've got Chippers on the night because he's at work, but he said he might come in if we're still on the show after 10 o'clock.
No. That you can't bring him on. No, Chippers just block him on Twitter, Instagram, whatever.
I mean,
Cut
who
him off.
remembers the last time I had Chipper? The last time I did a live show,
Yeah.
when Chippers was on my live show, when he went to the toilet.
His phone froze and he was staring down the camera with his top up. I have not been able to sleep since.
Oh my god! I mean, who takes their phone with them to the toilet when they're on the live show?
Put it in the goddamn pocket, man.
I mean, we nearly saw you there. I mean, God Almighty, that was frightening, nearly.
Oh, man, you need to press. You need to press, man. You're not even pressing properly.
I'd have heard on Paul's last show, he got a penalty box for Bourbon, was it?
Yeah.
Holy shit! Oh God.
Oh.
Says Bruce will make Lascelles hack down Ronaldo and give away a penalty most likely.
Lascelles is, for me, he's just now a downgrade at this football club. It's just about time he goes.
I mean, we've got no pace in our centre back, Sam, as well.
Yes.
Craft to be on Ronaldo
I don't rate any of our centre backs whatsoever. None of them. Not one of them.
Kraft's
Not anymore.
Kraft.
None of them. I genuinely don't rate any of them anymore. If they're all left, I wouldn't feel anything bad with them.
We could do with some fresh legs in that centre back roles. We're really, really
New centre back team.
Would
New
have
striker.
been nice to have seen Kel Watts actually started.
Honestly, the under-23s could do better than what we've got.
I
That's
mean,
telling you something.
we got rid of the Air France left from the under-23s, didn't we?
That was good when he left.
He was a solid. He looked like a big machine. Him like when.
I've heard rumours that he could be going to Borussia Dortmund into their
Really?
academy.
Wow! Oh my
Yeah.
god!
There's talks. Well, the thing is, they pick up players that they know are going to do well in their careers. Like, even if they've not done well, I would say done well if they're not being given a chance by another club. And well, that's Newcastle, isn't it? Look all these players that we've let go because we haven't given them a chance. Like Adam Armstrong, just name one.
Yep. I mean, we've let that Vilka go out on loan, haven't we?
That's good for Doncaster. They've struggled in League One this season.
I mean, we've let Kel Watts go out on loan as well. I would have given him an opportunity in the first side.
Oh,
He played most of 3 seasons, so why not?
PS favourite referee in the night.
Mike Dean.
Nah, Mark Clattenburg.
Mark Clattenburg, he wasn't a bad referee, I would have thought.
He's head of referees in the Indian Super League.
Would have liked to have seen Pierluigi Collino with those piercing eyes of his.
He literally took no crap off anyone, did he? He's like, right, yellow card. Go on.
Like, as soon as he glared at you, you knew you was in trouble.
It was Collina.
The Italian ref.
Oh, he took I hate that.
He was on Pez.
That was what you call a referee. That is what you call a referee.
No, I still think in our league, like we've got some decent referees who just get mugged off by VAR half the time. Like and then they say, "Oh, well, actually, we'll make the decision for you." But like, if they go to the TV and make their own decision, then I actually respect them for that. Like in our game against Southampton, he went to the TV. He went to the TV, checked it, and says that was a penalty. And it was a penalty. Imagine if they just went on what they said.
It's a definite penalty. I don't know what Lascelles was doing there. Would have got that ball because I don't think Armstrong was in full control of it.
Why was it a penalty? Because Lascelles has gone off the pace. He's not the same anymore. Ever since he got rejected at England, can't defend. What's he done?
Losing a lot of pace. Fabian Schär's losing a lot of pace. Emil Kraft is just absolutely goddamn awful.
If there's one centre back I actually do rate in Newcastle and he's always injured, Paul Dummett.
Hopefully he's back soon, Paul Dummett, because when he is on his defensive side, he's really solid. Dummett.
He's back in light training now, though, isn't he?
Yeah, but they can't risk him in case he gets injured again.
Hopefully Dummett is back soon, because I do like Dummett.
He plays better at the back, I think, Dummett, because he's a proper solid centre back. He's not even a left back or right back for me.
Yeah,
he's better in the defence.
He's better as a centre back than a left back.
Oh, absolutely.
His defending's very good, but when
this season
coming forward, it's not great. But
how many goals we conceded? 8 goals we've conceded. That's embarrassing, man. Like we've just forgotten how to defend.
Hopefully, he is back soon, Dummett, because I do like Dummett. When he's on his defensive side, he can really, really be solid. Paul Dummett. I don't care, Paul Dummett.
Do you know what he said though, Bruce, before the season started? Oh, don't worry, we're going to build on with defence. What 3 games in, we've had a defensive disaster. It's only going to get worse when we play Man United and Leeds. I mean, we could be on like conceding of like 18 goals in 5 games by the time them 2 have finished.
Yeah, that was slightly less disturbing than Davy Wonder's destruction of a Magnum during half-time at one of the... He's relating to Chippers in a way there. Oh, remember Chippers with these Magnum M as well. Oh, God.
No, I missed that one.
Oh, did you see the time, Shocky, when he decided to go to the toilet when he was still live and it kept freezing out? You've not seen it?
No, I didn't even see that one either. Shows how much I've missed. Shows how much I see these days on the internet.
I think you are the show, but I think you left there.
That's a great save by David James. Show him back the ears there. David James.
Keith says Lascelles is a liability. Well, yeah. I mean, he's given away 2 penalties this season. That one against Villa, he's got his arm out like that. It's a penalty. The second one, he's... Oh.
You know what annoys me about Newcastle, like, about us, right? You know what? I left that game in mixed emotions. Like, we probably didn't even deserve a point, let alone the 3 that we were trying to hold on to. But you know what? Annoyed me, though, right? We can't hold out for 3 minutes.
Exactly.
3 minutes.
Even though we didn't play great, we could have had 3 points in the bag if Lascelles didn't give away that penalty.
3 minutes. Well, no, let's be pretty honest. In that first half, Southampton, right? No word of a lie, could have been 3 or 4 0 up.
That is one of the worst halves of football I watched.
Do you know
in my
what?
entire life.
Southampton are going to be around. They're going to be around mid-table. If that was a top 10 side, we're literally out. Then we're not even in the game at half time.
Because I thought Southampton would have been one of those teams that will struggle this season, but
I still think they will, though. They'll be like around mid-table. I think they'll be better than what they have been previous. But if that had been a top 10 club, so anyone who was in last year's top 10 would have been out of sight. We would not even have had that second half. It would have just been playing for pride.
Imagine if they still had Danny Ings.
Well, look at the goal he scored past with the week before.
Exactly, there you go.
We can't defend. That's the thing. We don't get close enough to players, and we're just too static. We're like statues on the pitch. It's like, come on, man, do something.
Exactly.
I mean, the amount of times they said in the Gallagher, statues, like not doing anything. Southampton are running rings around. We're like Southampton. Like, this is not Man City or Chelsea. Southampton. Sorry, Southampton. We struggled against Southampton.
Do you think we should keep the Brucey out chance going as well?
Well, yeah, it certainly got to him. He said it. He said it himself.
And he would have just laughed it up out of there one game.
Yeah, well, does he? That's everything that we do.
That will continue. It really will.
Go back to the stats for Southampton. They had 22 shots. Well, they were just off target, but they had 22 shots at the goal, or they were trying at least. I think we only had something like 6. How was that?
Absolutely a joke, that.
It's also the fact that every time we take the lead, we don't push on for a second.
There you go.
The sooner we go 1-0 up,
we let the opposition come back and they counter-attack us, and we concede an equaliser.
Tell you.
I mean that goal, so that equalises Southampton's goal from El Yunusi. That is preventable. That's preventable.
To tell you what, all the goals that we concede are preventable. Like that's it's just schoolboy defending, just switching off. Like can't defend properly. Who's communicating? Like when you play a game of football, you've got to talk, you've got to communicate, and we don't have that.
Fair enough. I mean, the Danny Ings for Villa. I mean, that's a cracking goal, but again, it's preventable.
It is like again closing down, like not getting quick enough to players.
Fabian Che, he's not even close on his man.
It's just we're not doing the bit. Unfortunately, at this moment in time, we're getting punished because we can't do the basics in the game.
In that Burnley game, I mean,
Burnley offered. That was horrible. Don't even remind me of that game.
Burnley offered absolutely nothing in that game at all. They offered absolutely nothing.
I mean, we were unlucky in the second half, but still, we didn't create anywhere near enough to say did we deserve to win the game. Burnley were playing for penalties. We're playing to there to what they wanted. It's not that though. It's Steve Bruce. He brings on his subs far too late, and it really begins to pee you off. You know what I mean? You're bringing on players in like the 89th minute, and that's like, well, how can you make an impact in a match? Ryan Fraser, for example, why is he coming on so late?
I mean, I've just been sent a tweet by Rob. I went out with Rob, and he's just tweeted this, right? When it comes up, a thing, it says, breaking news, Sky Sports News HQ. Gary Hoffman suspended from his role in the Premier League after making a big mistake with the interference in the attempt to take over of Newcastle United. More to follow. I mean, it looks quite hilarious that, like.
Well, I don't know what the thing is with the Premier League at the minute. I can't really comment on it because obviously we don't know the ins and outs. we only hear what we need to hear from the Premier League. They don't tell you the explanation.
I mean, you could tell the Premier League they don't want this takeover to happen. They simply don't want it to happen.
I don't know. Like it's difficult to say because they haven't really taught everything that we need to know. Like they've only taught with the basics. Like I don't know if they're trying to protect us as a club for what the Saudis really are, or they don't want us to be taken. I really don't know. I try not to play the politics. It's just is it Mike Ashley as well? Because look, all these takeovers that Mike Ashley's been trying to do and he's failed. Does that not tell you a lot about Mike Ashley that he just can't negotiate properly?
Well, true. The man to Stavely the first time. I mean, they said there was no deal on the table, or the deal wasn't good enough. And the one was a bid from Peter Kenyon. We don't really know.
It goes back. It goes back to all of these potential takeovers. They've just failed.
The Bin Zayed group. Well, that we don't know.
They failed with Derby. They tried to buy Derby and they failed.
Yeah, exactly. And I think with this one, you're skeptical with it, but something is going on in the background. There is something going on in the background with it.
Well, my thing is, obviously, I hope it does happen, but they pulled out.
True, but do we know, or did the Premier League say they're not rejected it?
That's the thing. That's what's so confusing about it all. Like, and why I don't think about it, because like the Premier League are only telling you the basics. They're not telling you everything that you need to know. If that being a Chelsea or an Arsenal or a Liverpool or anything like that, they'd be getting explanations and they'd be doing everything in their power to make sure that something goes through for them. Whereas for Newcastle, we just seem to be just getting the very little basics from them, and that's what I think that's what's paying off the fan base. And then they're delaying it, and we'll say, well, we'll see he's back in January. January will come around next year. Oh, actually, what we need to do is we'll need to wait till the end of the season. And then the end of the season will come around, actually, just to let you know, it's still a bit confidential. We'll see you there in 2023. That's what's annoying us at the minute, because it's delay.
It is, and then you think,
say something.
Well, we've got the cat case there this month, but
what's that going to do?
I have no idea. It's not going to speed.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like that. It's that's why I try not to think about it too much. You just support 3-0. Too easy.
Either you just hope the Premier League would come out and says, "All right, sod it. Now we'll let you have it." End of story.
Well, it shouldn't just be that. We don't know the ins and outs. They're just, like I say, they're just telling you the little. Oh, there we go.
Hey, hi. Let's have a look at this goal.
3-0. Tell you what, mate, this goalkeeper, I mean, he's been dreadful. He's never played a game, like, ever. I mean, he couldn't miss. Great finish.
Lee Mack.
He scored.
God.
Who is it? Lee Mack.
Lee Mack scored.
Does he play for the rest of the world or England?
It's 3-0. They were saying on the commentary, because
I'm pretty sure he's English, right, Lee Mack, isn't he?
There you go.
Oh my!
Who are defending?
Is that goalkeeper?
Is that foot going to be out again?
What would you have done if you missed that?
I mean, I thought Lee Mack was from this country. I thought, because he's
Did he play?
Tell you what, he's one of my favourite comedians, I must say, Lee Mack, and he's from this area. He's a Blackburn supporter, as well.
Do you know what? Do you know a trend, or what could have been a trend? 2018, the game finished 3-3. 2019 finished 2-2. 2020 finished 1-1, and they were like, "Oh, is it going to finish 0-0?" No, 3-0. Second half, game over, finished.
Yeah. Well, comes on to my next comment from Tony, which I was born there, but I was a bit young for that. I am a bit older than you guys, and I remember this fall on a few times in the past. Charlton at home in 92, 3-0 up after 34 minutes. We lost 4-3, and feeling we are relegated to the 3rd division.
Can happen to anyone. It can happen to even the bigger clubs. Like, we've been relegated twice. So I'll say it won't happen again. I don't want it to happen again. Of course we don't. But the way the clubs run at the minute, the way we do things on a shoestring budget, you can only survive for so long. But we're just doing enough on with to stay up.
Yeah. Annie says, sorry, Pete, my internet went off. No problem, Annie. If you come back in the background, I'll get you back in.
Full-time 3-0.
There you are. Go back. Like, I'm surprised Lee Mack was playing for the rest of the world and not the England squad.
It's because England have got too many players.
All right, because Lee Mack, he's from this country. He's
Shea Given played the first half, played really well.
Oh, for the rest of the world?
He pulled off some good saves.
He's from Ireland, But Lee Mack, I mean, as I mentioned, he's one of my favourite comedians. And
he's good. Like, he's funny. He is funny. Like,
I mean, I've watched him in the Not Going Out series. I've seen him live twice, and he's absolutely hilarious.
I tell you what, man, they were lying about a full house at the Etihad, because I still seen some empty blue seats. They still can't fill it out. All that money, and you can't fill it out, even for soccer raid.
Well, go back to the international games that are currently playing. The Israel-Austria game, it's Israel 5, Austria 2.
Whoa.
That's things can these things can happen. It depends where they're on the table. Like I mean, I'm not saying they're just trying to have a bit of an off day, but it can happen. You know, if you got too many points and you're like, oh well, we're not going to get caught anyway. But it can happen.
Exactly.
I mean, England could play Andorra tomorrow, and Andorra might beat with 3-0 at Wembley. I mean, it's not going to happen, but you never know.
Oh no, I think England will wipe the floor with Andorra.
No, but I'm just saying it. Like, it could be some mad scoreline where we feel a bit tired from like the game against Hungary. We're like, oh well, you know, we'll just try and roll up, and then we'll get beat like 4-2 or something like that. It can happen.
Exactly.
England have had some embarrassing ones before. Iceland, do you remember that?
Oh God, yes. That was horrible.
That still hurts to this day, actually, even though, albeit we got to a final, but it still hurts that you got beat up there.
Oh, Iceland.
They don't live it down, you know, they keep talking about it, that they beat her.
That was horrible.
Steve McLaren was on Sky Sports, he was a commentator, no wonder we lost. He jinxed it, didn't he? He was talking, he goes, oh, they've scored.
Well, England were absolutely all-round abysmal in that tournament anyway.
Well, yeah, we were just a number of that tournament, let's be fair.
I mean, we got drawn against, was it Russia?
Well, there you go. That's where it starts.
We just scraped 2-1 against Wales.
That's what I'm saying.
The game after that was 0-0, wasn't it?
Yes.
And then Iceland. Oh my God.
And you don't deserve to win tournaments like playing football like that. It's a bit like when we play with the footballer and Steve Bruce. You're not going to win many games playing negative dinosaur football like that.
And you remember Harry Kane on corners.
Was that right? Was that Roy Hodgson?
Oh, God.
To be fair, I'm glad he come out and said, I have officially resigned. No, pal, you've been sacked.
Oh,
that's unacceptable.
He had to go after that. I mean, he should have gone after the 2014 World Cup. I mean,
actually, I wouldn't you know. I mean, if we played football, let's say we played Forest Green Rovers with Steve Bruce in the FA Cup and got beat like that. I tell you what, Mike Ashley would be giving him a new 5-year deal. Oh, well done, pal. Keep doing the embarrassing results. You know, that would happen.
I mean, the 2014 World Cup for England was absolutely abysmal anyway. 1 point.
Oh, was that when Costa Rica win?
Yeah. That's the only point we picked up against.
They was better than us, though.
We had players like Sturridge in there. Gerrard.
Was that Uruguay as well? They made a mugger out of us, didn't they? Uruguay.
Yeah, well, went 1-0 up, and then we equalised for Rooney. And there some stupid error, I think, was from Gerrard or whoever. Suarez is in on goal, and he makes it 2-1.
But Roy...
Go back to that game. We had Rooney and Welbeck playing out wide.
But then Roy Hodgson come out at the end when we got beat and we got knocked out. He goes, "Oh, we're unlucky. We were never unlucky in any of the games. We were crap.
We were shocking in that World Cup. That was one of the worst.
He even says it today. He said he was unlucky, like that. He got sacked as England manager. No, mate, he was terrible.
2010 World Cup was bollocks as well.
I think ever since Sven Goran Eriksson left, I think we were crap.
I thought with Capello, I thought I had expected him to have a decent World Cup, but no. USA, we concede a very sloppy equaliser when Rob Green.
Sorry if Fabio Capello.
Hello.
He could barely speak a word of English.
We drew 0-0 with Algeria.
But the thing is, for Fabio Capello, he struggled with English, so he wasn't like the strongest with English, so it was hard. Like
I remember, who did he take to that World Cup? Oh, yeah. Emil Heskey.
My Rob Green. From the mistake he made against USA.
Oh, yeah, I just mentioned that. But he took Emil Heskey, who was way past his prime, as well. And we were a shower of shit in that World Cup. Then he took him off when we were playing against Slovakia or Slovenia. Punched a 4 in. But who else did we have in that squad? Man, Matthew Upson in that squad as well.
Says a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, it wasn't the same. It was better while watching England while Peter Crouch not banging them in like Pierre lanky guy.
Oh yeah, I remember Peter Crouch didn't get a sniff in the 2010 World Cup. He didn't get a game.
It's annoying, isn't it? Do you know who I thought could have played in this Euros? You know who I think we've made a big mistake on? It would never actually and now he retired, but do you know who we should have actually played in the Euros? And he could have actually done really well in the final. Jamie Vardy. Someone with a bit of pace.
Yeah, could have done, but I think he made the decision to retire from international football. That could have been good for a bit of pace. But, I mean, England have had some shoddy tournaments.
Apart from last summer, the summer gone where I think we were unlucky. But then we just didn't play very well in the final.
Well, we've got the goal, but we sat back and we knew what was going to happen.
There you go. Well done, rest of the world. There you go. They've won.
But I think the 2010 and 2014 World Cup is one of the worst times I watched England, and Euro 2016 as well. I think we were shoddy in that.
But did Euro 2020 give you a little bit of encouragement for the World Cup?
Hopefully it does. I mean,
I think we'll win that.
I mean, if we've got a chance.
No, I genuinely do think we can win the World Cup.
I mean, Declan Rice looks a different player now. Look at the way he's upped his
honestly,
game.
I think that final would have, yes, it will hurt the England players, but it would have given a kick up the backside. I think next time, if you make it to the World Cup final of all tournaments, if you go 1-0 up against, it might be even worse opposition. It could be France, could be Germany, it could be someone who's better than Italy. We've got to double the lead, we've got to see these teams out.
Exactly. I mean,
I think we'll do it, mate. I think we're going to win it. I think we're going to win it.
We've got a chance. I mean, go back to Declan Rice. I mean, he looks like he's improved on his game now.
All of them have. Like, I look at all of the players, they've all improved in one way or another.
I mean, that goal he scored it. That was a cracking goal, to be fair to him. Like, really
that whole squad, I'd send them back. The only one else that I was to include would be what's his face? Trent Alexander-Arnold. I think he was injured at the time. That's why he got taken out.
Yeah.
But I thought, looking back at the final, I found if we lost it, but you can still take positives that we got there. You know what I mean? Like, we've got a young side, and if that young side can make it to the final and play well against most of the sides, we can beat anyone.
That's good. I mean, you want to give these young players an opportunity.
That's what I'm saying, and that's why I'm so optimistic for the World Cup. That if we put in those similar performances, I know it's going to be hot over there, but if we play like that, take away the final, I think we'd do well in the World Cup, and I'm quite positive that we could win it. If we don't win the World Cup, then fine. I just don't know what we could do, what Gareth Southgate can do with that side. We'll bring a new manager in, but I think that's his final chance to try and win the world, to win something. Because if he doesn't, and I know he's got this contract negotiation going on at the minute, but I think they'll give him the World Cup, and if he doesn't win it, I think it's time for him to be replaced.
Yeah, I mean, I totally agree.
I'll be honest. To be honest, I wanted him gone after the Euros, but I think, to be honest, he does get with the final. Give him the World Cup. Give him a chance.
He certainly did. Tony says it was like Turnip Taylor blaming the press for losing him in his job. I think he's on about Roy Hodgson there. Ty says, imagine if Dean Ashton didn't have that career-ending injury. He was just starting to play for England. I thought he was a very good player. He was a canny player, Dean Ashton.
The thing is, we've got talent. There is real talent there. Like, we've got a young side, and they're only going to get better. And a lot of them, well, if not all of them, play in the Premier League. But you've got to thank the EFL, really, because there's a lot of young players come through the Championship squads. And they're making it into the Premier League. They're getting a chance, and there you go. Even Aston Villa, for example, there's a lot of their players starting to make it in England as well. So it's...
Well, looks like Bamford will make his England debut for tomorrow against Andorra.
I think you'll do well. I think we've got a real... I think the future's bright for England, really, when you look at it. We've got, the players are only like 19-year-old and that.
Yeah, definitely as well. Annie's back. Here he is again.
You never know, Annie. Some Bristol City players might make it in the England squad one day.
Bristol Rovers, you mean?
You switched rooms, Annie, have you?
Yeah. Yeah.
How would you feel if Bristol Rovers finished ahead of Bristol City? You got relegated to League One.
They haven't, though.
Oh, he's gone again.
I just mentioned the word. We mentioned the name Bristol Rovers, and he disappeared.
Tony says, no, I was on about Graham Taylor, ex-England manager. Oh, were I? Yes, I remember.
I'll be honest, I don't think England were ever the same since Thingy left his job as Sven-Goran Eriksson. All the managers since him to Southgate haven't really done much. Southgate obviously has improved, but I would say he's done a lot better than I thought he would have done. But I'll be honest, even Sam Allardyce, I mean, how on earth he got the England job, I'll never know. I mean,
one game and he was sick.
He just, them sort of dinosaur tactics to probably realise he wasn't good enough. I see you later. We'll make up some story just to get him the sack. See you later.
Exactly. Thomas says, did you see the Gates that scored the day? Yes, 3-3.
They've just gone ahead of Gates, Blythe, but they're both on the same points. Both doing really well.
Plus, Gateshead played their game in hand on Tuesday as well.
Do they?
Away to Leamington Spa, because that game got called off.
Blythe have got a local derby next week. Oh, it's going to be a feisty one as well. Oh, I tell you. They're at home to Dalton. I'm not going to be there, unfortunately, because I'll be trying to catch this Man United game. Actually, is it even going to be on TV?
Yep. Taggy says, I don't think England have been the same since Bobby Robson.
I do. I reckon we'll have under Southgate. I'll give him credit. He has actually played better.
Well, Euro 96, we got the semi-final. Terry Venables and manager there as well.
But he got with a semi-final and a final, so obviously there is improvement there. I mean, there's more options off the bench as well. Like
Terry Venables really wasn't a bad manager.
And you know as well, like, go on.
Did anyone grade Glenn Hoddle as manager?
I did.
Wasn't so bad. I know we got knocked out by Argentina on the 98
But
World
they're
Cup.
good. They're good sides. So like, if you get knocked out by like Brazil, Argentina, these have got like quality players.
Yeah, we got dubbed on a penalty. Should have David Beckham got sent off in that game as well.
It's a lottery in it though.
My God, that definitely goes back some time.
How do you think? How do you think we lost the Euro 2020 final? Penalty shootout. It's a lottery. Unfortunately, someone's got to win the tournament.
We got through against Colombia in the 2018 World Cup.
We got lucky in that one, mind. I mean, we made a right farce of that game. Really did.
To the Libros should have built on that. We let Colombia get an equaliser. Oh,
God. Towards the end, we were just gassed out. I think they were going for it.
Well, we got through on penalties. Thanks to John Pickford saving and Eric Dyer.
The thing is that we messed up though in the semi-final against Croatia. Like, I mean, we had them in the bag.
To build on it, we'll let them come out with. Look what happened.
Actually, we nearly made the same mistake against Denmark because do you know how they got it to 1-1? I think we were very lucky to get that penalty in there at the extra time. Like, I thought it was a very, very fortunate penalty. I don't even think it was a penalty. I'll be brutally honest with you.
You look back at it and thinking, "Oh God!"
No, you'll take it though because you want to see England in the final. You think they've got a great chance. You know, like there's no real. Germany's gone, Spain's gone, France have gone. You think, I'll take anything for a penalty.
Exactly, you would, wouldn't you?
Denmark were probably the better. I thought Denmark were better than us on the night.
Yeah.
I mean, they
were flashing lasers at the goalkeeper and that. Like, what they're doing? What's stupid? That was horrible. I want to see that. Like, shining the laser at Schmeichel. That was horrible. That.
I mean, that shouldn't have happened.
In the final as well. Don't even get me started with all the racism and all the invading of the getting into the ground. We've got 2,500 fans broke in. That was disgusting.
That was horrible. That.
You do question the security though. Like, what on earth are they doing?
Yeah.
Actually, on UEFA as well. Like, why was the game so late as well? Like, you do realise like the longer you delay the game, more people are going to get absolutely peed in the morning, with like drinking that from like 6 a.m. all the way till 8 o'clock. Why was it so late? It's a final. Like England, a lot of our fans have never seen England in a final before. So it's people are going to,
Some of our away fans will drink about 6 o'clock in the morning.
What most of our Newcastle fans do for a living. You watch Bruce Ball, right, and you think, oh, we've been beat. You want to do even more?
Exactly. I mean, yeah, definitely. Taggy says Southgate being on kind of the end run both tournaments, so agree Venables did okay. Yeah, I think Terry Venables did okay.
I'll just give Southgate just like one more tournament. I think if he wins the World Cup, he'll be down as a. He's probably done. I reckon he's probably up there. To be honest, for Southgate now, I'd say he's definitely done the best out of anyone I've seen. My lifetime. The semi-final in the final. I mean, I've never seen England in a final before, and I just think looking back at that Italy game, you've got to look back and think you were frustrated. You score after 2 minutes, you score after 2 minutes, you think, bingo, we've definitely won this. Get a second goal, oh no, we can't defend. Let Newcastle.
Tony says, but the Denmark free kick should be disallowed, encroaching on the wall by Kajar.
What?
He's all about the Denmark free kick. Well, it was given and they scored it. It was a cracking free kick, to be fair to them.
Oh,
it was a beautiful free kick.
It was a foul.
That was a cracking free kick. It was a cracking free kick.
We hadn't conceded a goal, but the thing is, it was just a lazy challenge. Like, just, when you get towards the end of the tournament.
Yeah, exactly. Thomas says, my team for tomorrow: Pickford, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Maguire, Stone, Shaw, Rice, Bellingham, Lingard, Saka, Sterling, Bamford. That's not a bad lineup, I must say.
I think Bamford will start, definitely.
I think he'll get his opportunity at Patrick Bamford. That's a good opportunity.
Do you know any Andorran players? Do you know any Andorran?
People were like, go back to Bamford. People were writing him off when the Leeds got promoted. I was like, well, I didn't, and look what happened.
Well, look where I put them in my predictions, and it's not a mistake yet, but I put them in top 7.
I think they'll not start the season off great, but I think will get 3
30 days though. Like you start stringing some results up in this league, you're back at the top again.
Yeah, Taggy says, when is the World Cup draw? Does anyone know?
After the qualifications, so probably in the summer. Maybe.
We're pretty much qualified though. We're on 12 points.
5 points ahead of Hungary.
Yeah, Paul. We're gonna get 3 points tomorrow. That's 15. And then we could probably get a draw against Poland, which we probably will get because they're a good side. They're 16 points. Done. Finished.
Poland are not Pulling not great, are they? But
But you take a draw against them, though, wouldn't you? Because I've got like Lewandowski and that. Like it's only qualifying, really. Like you take a point
yeah,
and move on.
Yeah,
like just have your point and move on.
I'd have taken a point at Hungary.
Yeah, Tony says not given of the free kick, but the free kick itself. Opposites in the place must be 1 meter from when the ball is kicked. Well, they gave it and they scored from it.
Tell you what, mate, I wouldn't be good. I see what you mean by a point in Hungary, but and as much as how hostile it was, I still think we've got to be going to Hungary and getting 3 points.
Yeah, exactly. Thomas says, do you guys do Fantasy Premier League? I am doing one on Paul's for the Toon Review. I'm on another Fantasy Premier League as well. Jason, are you part of that as well?
Yeah, I'm on Paul's one, yeah.
I mean, I've not checked how I've done, but I've probably been absolutely crap.
No way, I don't do it, folks. I'm far too good.
I'm like 93rd out of 143 or something.
Well, no, like I'm normally in that top 5. Like, that's why I don't do it. No, I'm joking. I just haven't got the time.
Hi. I mean,
I try to analyse Steve Bruce's negative tactics that don't even work half the time. I mean, that takes a lot of energy out of you trying to digest what he's trying to do. Oh, lads, today we're up against Manchester United. We're going to play 10 at the back, 1 up front. Good luck, lads. Good luck, lads. Have a good game.
it's probably going to be Joe Linton up front if Callum Wilson's
Joe Linton, that to be mixed out of the dressing room. Dwight Gale probably stop.
Oh, Dwight Gale.
He's hit and miss, like, and you just don't know what you're going to get with him.
He's not good enough for the Premier League, Dwight Gale.
Apparently Shelby wants to start getting more games after when he comes back.
Oh, Shelby. Oh, he should have been sold.
Oh, midfield's so dead, like it is. The pop and Joe Willock, there's nothing there, like, is there?
Shelby.
There's nothing there. And what was the
Shelby.
use of sending Matty off when we could have easily have used him?
Shelby.
What?
Past it. Hedrick. Shit.
The thing is, why did we give Matty Longstaff a 2-year deal? I know Bruce gave him his debut against Man United, but why did we give him a contract? And we're faffed on, like, trying to deny the likes of Udinese and Watford. We're going to buy him at the time, and yet we don't give him game time. Like, it's so stupid because he's a young lad who's got a lot to give in the game, but yet we don't give him these players chances. Stupid, isn't it?
Exactly. I mean,
Shelby, 80 grand a week. Oh, he has to play. Not really. There's players on about 300 grand in Manchester City. Doesn't mean they play.
Yep, exactly. I mean, it's just.
Lads, we've got to play Man City soon as well. That'll be a good game.
What, do we play them? Oh, God.
Look at the Habbo.
I think it's either November, December, I think it is.
I see our December fixtures. Ooh.
Oh, horrible. Absolutely horrible.
It's the same every single year with that.
By the time we finish Southampton on New Year's Day, we're going to have a goal difference of like minus 45 when we're trying to play catch up.
Is that like West Brom last year?
Well, actually, we'll be breaking records by the time Johnny hits.
Yeah, we definitely will be at this rate.
Steve Bruce still has a job. Happy days. Shall I tell you positive about Steve Bruce so far? He hasn't been given that new contract by the board. Hopefully,
end of the season.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Let him go. Obviously, do what they do with Rafa when his contract ran out. Just let him go. Albeit I wasn't happy with Rafa's treatment, but obviously his contract ran out. They let him go. I'd just stay the same with Bruce, to be honest. I'd get rid of him earlier if I could, but
You just told me you can.
Imagine that. Breaking news. Steve Agnew takes over.
Oh, no, don't even think about it.
Can you imagine? No, it would. Something stupid like, Graham Jones takes over. I like Graham Jones, but I don't think he's a manager. Like, he's more like tactical side of the game.
Breaking news. Joe Kinnear comes back for the third spell.
Oh, no.
Do not expect, if that happens, do not expect me to renew my season ticket next season if that actually happens, because I will act. That just tells me that, yeah.
Oh.
I'll just stick with watching Gated and Blythe. And Newcastle Benfield and all these other non-league clubs I watch.
Taggy says we could be relegated January this rate. That wouldn't surprise me. That would
not surprise me. And this is the thing. I'll just say the thing. But we've got Callum Wilson. Yeah, we might have Callum Wilson, but one, he's getting older. Two, like, is he going to guarantee you 20 goals anymore? Probably not. And thirdly, he got relegated with Bournemouth. He got relegated with Bournemouth. There you go. Bournemouth.
What does that say?
Yeah. Taggy also says Dennis Wise. Oh, fucking hell.
Is that the Chelsea wannabe?
I mean, when he was director of football with us, I remember that.
Director. He was lead director at Newcastle. He just stood there and just started slacking the fans off. like most of them do. Lee Charney's absolutely useless. I mean, what does he do?
I've
Silence.
got another guy called Dougie who might be ready to come on. I'll see if he's there. Dougie, you there?
Hey, how you doing, man?
How you doing?
So, I love what you're talking about, man. You guys are very entertaining. Bringing some story to the internet. I like watching you guys from time to time. I just want to say shout out to you, man. You're a really cool guy.
Thank you very much.
Is that if I can stay on real quick? I gotta fix my camera. My camera's kind of frozen. Let me fix it right.
No problem. GVS says, Thompson, are we allowed to join? Yeah, the link's pinned in the live chat if you want to come in.
When is Bruce actually naming his 25-man squad?
Should be soon now, shouldn't it?
No, hopefully he doesn't get a chance to do that and the board finally realises he's absolutely crap. Get rid of him and bring someone else in who can actually do a 25-man squad. Probably. If you had a hit way, it'd be Jeff Hendrick, all the way down the board. If there was 25 Jeff Hendricks to choose from, he would pick all 25 Jeff Hendricks.
Exactly. I know you said McLaren's still our worst manager, Sharky.
Right. The reason why Steve McLaren is the worst manager, right, statistically, was because he got given all this money to spend. He got given money in the summer, failed. You got given more money to spend in the January, failed. Shelby and Townsend, clear examples, right?
Ronaldo.
And we got relegated, and he got all these games, judges after 5 games, judges after 10 games, all that bollocks, right? We got relegated with all this money, and he was tactically crap. Everyone knew he was crap before he even got the job, right? And when you were in trouble, mate, I nearly cried when I got told that he got the job. That tell you how bad it was going to be. But with Bruce, he's kept it up. I mean, what more are you going to get with Steve Bruce? With what he's got, I think he's got some good players like St. Maximin that can pull him over the line. Whereas, like with Steve McLaren, he was relying on the likes of Mitrovic and that who just weren't good enough. They were never really proven.
Yeah, I mean, and not to mention we got battered 5-1 off Crystal Palace.
Well, when you get beat 6-1 off Manchester City, you know why your season's gone. After going 1-0 up, and you bottle that one.
I remember that. And 5-1 off Crystal Palace.
That's where he should have. That's where he should have left.
Maybe you just look at that, you were thinking 5-1 off Palace, and you think.
Well, that's the thing. Well, I leave work. When you look on Sky Sports and you look at all the fixtures, like all the results and that, you see all the normal score lines like 3-1 defeats and 2-1 and 2-0 defeats. Oh, Newcastle, Crystal Palace 5, Newcastle 1. You're thinking, right? Well, he's got to go now. Then that's certainly not good enough. Oh, and he's still got a job. Oh.
Jason, who do you say is worse, Bruce or McLaren?
McLaren. I'll happily say that. Just because Bruce has kept up. Unless he's relegated with, then I think I'll say Bruce. But for me, he's second.
Oh, I don't know. I would say McLaren is slightly better than Bruce because McLaren actually has a brain up there, and Bruce doesn't. So if McLaren actually trained the lads a bit more, I mean, we had the likes of Wijnaldum who got 11 goals for us in midfield.
Yep.
But if he trained us a bit more, maybe he might have actually kept us up. But then you look at Bruce. He spent so much money, and we're still fighting having relegation fights when we could be at least top 8 at best, maybe.
Yeah, I agree with that. The only reason why I'm going McLaren, I just think because he had all that money to spend and we still got relegated, and then it took Rafa to come in and literally had 10 games. If he got given just one more game, I reckon he would have kept us up. I really do. He was starting to pull it together towards the end.
Taggy says he would say John Carver's the worst. Thing was with John Carver, he only came in second half of the season. He didn't really give a full season there, John Carver.
I don't think Pardew. Sorry, go on.
Apart from John Carver, we had 8 defeats in a row.
Problem is,
John Carver only took second half of the season. He didn't take like a full season. McLaren has nearly took a full season. Problem
is with Carver, the board were never going to bring anyone else in, so obviously he had to come and step in for Pardew. I think Pardew left us in a good position. He left when it was in 9th place, went to Palace. He picked up the majority of the points. Who knows if we kept Pardew that we could have had like another decent season. mean, I'm not saying we would have got top 7, but we definitely would have finished in the top 10.
I would have kept Pardew if I knew that John Carver was going to be next appointee, then Steve McLaren after that.
I wasn't one of those fans that really disliked Pardew that much. I thought he'd done well with what he had. You know what I'm saying? Like, you think 5th place.
Pardew didn't buy the players.
Well, if you think, well, what was to come in the future, like looking forwards, look all the garbage managers that we've had, like Steve Bruce and that.
Yeah, and again, Steve McLaren did buy the players as well.
I was enjoying the 4-3-3 we played under Pardew.
Yeah, Cisse, Barr, and Ben Arthur.
Look at the players that we had, though. Like, you know, at the end of the day, right, you had to gel those players together, and we got some good results. We had, like, European football. Like, people say, oh, well, he fluked it. Well, not really. You deserve to finish where you deserve to finish at the end of the season. We could have got Champions League, for goodness sake, on a few bad results that went against. But like Everton, for example, went to Goodison Park and lost. Was it 3-0? If we had won like that game, if we won a couple more in between, we could have got 4th place. We're not far away.
Yeah.
That season was just memorable. I mean, look at the goals that Cisse was scoring at Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. Absolute world, isn't that? I'm like, whoa, I've not seen this since like.
Goal. Oh my God.
No, I've not seen this sort of football that we were playing in the Pardew. I've not seen that since like the Bobby Robson era, like Kevin Keegan, all that, all that good stuff, all that good football. You know, like the players really wanted to win for the manager, but you look at we're now, we're just garbage.
Yeah, Taggy says I agree. Pardew did more with tactics. He took risks. He did. He definitely
did. He was honest in his interview. Like every time he said something, he was honest. He just said it as it was. People didn't like it though because they were like, oh, well, he's Mike Ashley's mate, and that I don't think he ever was. I think he just worked with what he had to work with. He got given a good opportunity and took it to manage Newcastle.
Talk about half-time team talks that he had. I mean, you only got to look at the Arsenal game for one.
Precisely. I mean, imagine if we were 4-0 down against Arsenal at home, what Steve Bruce's manager, lads, just keep defending. We'll get the 8-0, but make sure you keep the hold of it.
Would have been exactly.
No, that game could have got that's his tactics. Pardew got it right. Whereas Steve McLaren and Steve Bruce, let's be honest, we could be talking like a 16-0 defeat to Arsenal. I mean, with Van Persie in that. I don't know what he said, but he would have literally had a right popping in Pardew. Look at the way they played.
Yeah.
I mean, look at a 3-3 against Man United under McLaren. When it was Dummett that got the equaliser right at the end.
Oh, what a goal it was!
What a cracking goal that was!
What a finish! No, honestly, I didn't think Pardew was that bad. When you look at all the managers in the Ashley era, I'd probably say Pardew's probably the best one I've seen. I mean, I know you can talk about Rafa and that, but like, I think Pardew probably did the best.
He was more forward thinking.
Rafa was more like the defensive type manager. Like, obviously, with Rafa, you know you're going to get organisation, but the way the Premier League's moving forward with all these teams like Leicester and that getting better, there's only so much that we can do. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, we can't compete with Leicester and Everton. We probably can't even compete with Burnley now, man, even though they didn't spend any money. Can't even compete. Yeah, man, we can't even compete with Crystal Palace. They're spending like 90 odd million in the window. Come on, man. Crystal Palace. This is where we are now. We're literally going to Netto. But Netto, that's where we're going. Poundland. Exactly. Basement. Whereas you got like Man City, they got to like Harrods in that week. Oh, man, we're getting scraps and scrapes.
Yeah.
I mean, Arsenal have got a bit better. I mean, they're going to the likes of Asda and that, you know. But no, we can't. They're getting. They're still spending money.
Crap.
Yeah, at least they're spending.
I think they've overspent on Ben White.
But the thing is, though, if he does well, he's got compared to where Varane, he's got actually a better resale value.
Yeah,
and he's England international as well.
Yeah, Taggy says Pardew showed some passion on the touchline, even some funny dances, and the whole City away fiasco. But at least he showed some spirit. Oh, remember the headbutt with David Myler?
Oh,
yeah. Do you know what though? Do you not remember every time he used to score, he used to turn around and clench his fist and all like that? That's what you want to see though. Like, you know, your manager's showing a bit of passion. Like, he got a little bit of. I can get it. He got a bit of stick for his tactics and that at times, but I think he was all right to be fair. You know, when he was here, like, I'd definitely take Pardew back. Like, over what we've got now. That says a lot.
I would actually take Pardew back.
Of course, I would. Like, with what we've got now.
You would.
Yeah. I don't know what I'd even take now. And I know he gets a lot of criticism. I'd take Sean Dyche. People criticise his football.
I would have Sean Dyche as well.
Look at the budget that he's got to work with at Burnley. Like, look at the players that they've got. They've got all championship players. He somehow seems to get the best out of them each and every season that they're competing in the Premier League. But that budget, even the new owners have got no money, and he keeps them up.
Oh, but I would love Eddie Howe as our next manager
Young coach. That's what we need. We need a young coach.
That's what you want. You want young managers and not tactically outdated dinosaur managers.
Know who the next manager is going to be if Steve Bruce gets a sack? Right, lads, we're bringing in Tony Pulis.
Oh, God almighty.
Piaz, did you just spit your drink out there?
Little bit, but not much. Tony Pulis, oh, fucking hell. That is what I call a tactically outdated
but that would
manager.
be such a Newcastle thing to do. Get rid of Steve Bruce. Oh, we'll just bring in Tony Pulis because we think we could do better. No. Do you want to play 10 at the back every game, like, do you? Get him in.
Yeah, Taggy says club has gone backwards since Pordio left, to be honest. The club's gone back since Mike Ashley owned the club. Apart from 1/5 finish, relegated 2009.
Don't get us wrong. I think with the fans and that, they can kind of have a little bite with Pordio after the European sort of football, but the squad was always weak in the Europa League. I think we took that a priority, which is fair enough. But and then obviously we lost to Sunderland and that. But let's be fair, like they were like showing a little bit of ambition that we couldn't show.
Oh yeah, but I think the club's gone backwards since Mike Ashley took, not just since Pordio left. It's gone backwards ever since. I mean, Kevin Keegan. What does Kevin Keegan come out and say? This club can never go forward under Mike Ashley. Fact.
No, well, that's why I don't feel like I don't know how fans can feel sorry for him that you can't get this takeover like complete. I think he's to blame for me. If he's been wanting to leave for a long time, he just uses the fans and the club for what it is for the money.
I think with them. I think I think it's the Premier League that don't want the takeover to happen. I really think it's down to that, to be honest. I think they've improved.
I don't know what to say though.
I don't think Burnley's takeover's gone according to plan.
Well, the thing is with Burnley, they're actually a town football club.
But if it's true that this new takeover's left them millions of pounds in debt. That's not good.
Yeah. I don't think they're in debt. Like I don't know where that story. They seem like they're all right. I think they just spend within their needs. Like they got that Kone for 50 million quid. So I've got money.
Well, I'll see how he does, but see how that does. Taggy says PD on the Jack D's tonight. I'm a bit of a run consumer. It's Jim Beam. I'm on the night, mate. So it's similar to Jack Daniels, but still really nice stuff.
If we lose to Manchester United, it'll be on more than just that.
Yeah, hi. Peach flavour, Jim Beam as well. Really nice as well.
You'll be on the vodka next week if we lose to Manchester United and Ronaldo scores.
I'm not really a vodka person.
You know, me, I don't drink it.
I like me beers, ales. I like me Jack Daniels. I do like a bit of red wine as well.
Peter, here's one for you, right? If Newcastle score in the 90th minute and we beat them 1-0, what are you drinking?
Oh, God almighty.
Imagine Jeff Hendricks scored the winner. He brought him on the 90th minute. He scored the winner. Scored like a very similar goal to what he scored against West Ham in the 90th minute.
Yeah.
You've got Ronaldo. We've got Jeff Hendricks. Can you imagine the story? We're giving him absolute pelters. What's his face? Jeff Hendricks. He pops up with the winner at Old Trafford. Imagine.
I'd probably drink something that I enjoy drinking, but if it was something like tequila,
Steve Bruce Gans Wilson. Sorry to say, pal, but we've got a new number 9, Jeff Hendrick.
Oh, but if I got offered a drink, I would something decent. But if it was stuff like tequila, oh God!
Just let you know, Wilson will be putting you in the centre of midfield and be putting Jeff Hendrick up from when new number 9. Doner kebab.
Tequila is absolutely horrible.
You got the Jeff Hendrick. Ooh, have my kebab.
I've even got lethal. That was a few years ago. That was absinthe. Oh fuck.
Yeah, Peter, you need to look after yourself. No, this drink isn't good, you know. Are you good?
I'm not
supporting Newcastle, you're supporting the tune, though. That's what it does to you.
Exactly. I mean, I don't really drink during the week, as well. So, but I'm surprised Chimmers is not coming. He should be finished work. Where are you, Chimmers?
But if we lose 16-0 to Manchester United, though, I mean, it may force you to.
Oh God.
I mean. I don't know, but the funny thing with Ronaldo is, you don't know if he's going to start, if he's going to come on. I'm going to say he's start, mate. I think
he'll be on the bench.
But what do you do if he comes on like the 60th minute? He still manages to score 5.
Wouldn't surprise me though. It wouldn't surprise me.
Tell you what, mate. Whoever starts Darlow or Woodman, they're going to have backache, aren't they? Trying to put the ball out of there.
The thing is, as I mentioned, I don't think Woodman's put a foot wrong. He's not helped with with what's in front of him.
No, I get that. I'm just being critical. I just think he needs to be a bit more quicker, like with his distribution. Like sometimes when he takes too long to take a goal kick, it's like, come on, man, faster, man.
That's his only downside.
Yeah.
In terms of the goals were conceded, it's not his fault.
Oh no, Peter, you should have seen it with the Gallagher. Like some of the wrestlers, like when he's on the ball, like, oh yeah, man, do it faster, man. Why are you passing to the back all the time? Kick the ball like up the pitch. Let someone flick it on, and you never know what might be in. Almiron for me. As much as the lad gets a lot of praise by some of the fans, he's a lost cause at the minute. Like him, absolutely useless garbage.
He's not a centre midfielder. That's the thing.
He's just not good enough to play for Newcastle. Full stop. Sorry.
I think Fraser should be starting more.
Just because we paid 21 million quid for him doesn't mean that he's like worthy to play all the games. He's not good enough.
Yeah.
I've seen enough from Almiron to suggest he's not good enough. Sorry. I mean, I wonder how that Barclays bank loan's doing because that's what we got him.
Oh, remember that, the Barclays bank loan. Oh, fucking hell.
Tell you who I'd rather play over him, Munoz. Let's hire him. And he's only 23s, but hire him.
Aye.
Can't be any worse. Certainly also Nunez.
We won't see him feature for the first team at all. You know that.
Yeah, anytime you'll probably see him if he go to the end of 23 games. Hopefully.
Wouldn't now with Perez. He was at under 23. He came in. Look what happened to him.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind getting myself back to the under 23 games there soon because it's been a while as well.
Vilka wanted first team football. That's why he went to Doncaster. They need help.
Again, if he gets experience and will start using them, then that would be good.
No, I think Doncaster have an option to buy as well. I've heard.
Oh.
Apparently, that's what I've been reading. That 18 Dabber, he was talking about him. He's a YouTuber for Doncaster. And but I think it was on the website. I read something along the lines that they got an option to buy. But do you blame him though? He's been here for a couple of years and never really progressed because of the actual the manager and that. Yeah.
Tangy says if Podger was given a second chance at the 2-9, we trust him with the players coming in too. If you look at the players we signed under Podger, well, yeah, we had Barr, Cisse, Ben Arfa, Cabai, Tiote. Well, no, that was a Chris Hughton signing.
Well, Gutierrez, isn't it?
Gutierrez, well.
The thing is, you got to think, all these players were a bunch of nobodies, and he transformed them.
Well, Gutierrez was signed under Kevin Keegan.
Look at Rob Elliott.
Sissoko was a Podger, wasn't he?
Well, compared to Rob
Sissoko.
Yes.
But
what's his face?
But Rob Elliott? It was Graham Carr who bought the players then.
Rob Elliott?
The only thing I remember that season when we had Riviere.
Oh, dear me. He was just garbage, mate. There's not even worth talking about.
I would say he was the worst striker we had, Riviere.
Worst striker. Mitrovic really used to annoy me because he was never Premier League quality, and that was proven why he's been at Fulham.
I would say Mitrovic would try, but Riviere was just goddamn awful. People would say Cisco, but I don't think Cisco played a lot of games. Riviere played nearly every single game.
Look at De Jong now; he's playing for Barcelona.
What about Albert Luque though?
Luque, that was it didn't work out.
Just short of when it really mattered though against Sunderland. You wrapped it up. Adam, I mean, since Shearer, really, we've not really been blessed in the striker area. Not great. Demabar is probably an exception, and Cisse when they both were partnered up. Apart from that, we've relied too much on sort of one player, like Callum Wilson, for example.
Tangy says Obertan was a disaster. What did you make of Gabriel Obertan?
Great speed, but other than that, that's all he had.
Sorry, I've just had my phone's on charge.
I mean, I didn't think he was bad in the Europa League games when he played then.
He did Squidward.
He did score a good goal against Leicester. I think he beat Leicester that time as well.
Yes, I mean, that was good. I mean, he scored a decent goal in the Europa League against Bruges.
Yes, I was there for that one. I went to all the Europa League games. I never missed a home Europa League game that whole season. Apart from the away ones.
In the Bordeaux game when we won 3-0, he set up a goal as well.
He came in with so much promise that he had a bit of pace about him, which he did have. End product just not there, unfortunately. That's our problem. We have players that are just not good enough.
That was the thing with Obertan, just no end product. Is he still playing football there, Gabriel Obertan?
He is. He's just moved to a new club.
Look at that! Look at that Bellerin that everyone keeps talking about. Great on FIFA, 94 pace and that, but he's just not got any end product.
Exactly, that's why I think we've touched upon it on that one. Gabriel Obertan.
Atu is the same. As much as, you know what I mean? You probably would have kept him for his pace, but he's just not good.
Yeah, Obertan, he's playing for a club called Charlotte Independence.
He's been there a while, hasn't he?
That's in America, in the USL Championship. 2000. So he's went there in 2021. So he's been there.
Is that the division below the MLS?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, he's finished, hasn't he? We had a lot of finished players, let's be fair. It's just, the thing is, we keep players on far too long than they should be.
We simply do, don't we?
We under Pardew, we had some cracking players in Ali. When you look back at what we had, you look at the Ashley era and you look at that side that he built up. Albeit Graham Carr made the signings, he had to gel them into a squad, get them playing football. And some of the football that we played at times it was an 11-12 season. His second stint as manager. Wow.
Exactly, it was.
Get the ball at the bar. Oh, Cisse. Great goal.
They were cracking times there.
Then off against Blackburn in the cup. Against Bolton as well. Bolton Wanderers, he took on the whole side.
Oh, I was to that game when you ran up the pitch.
And he done the same against Blackburn in the FA Cup.
Yes, that was a cracking goal.
St James's Park, he used to love scoring at our stadium.
Definitely
and then he got transferred. Then he got sent to Hull City, and Steve Bruce was the manager. He ruined him. Like every play he sees.
Let's have a look. Oh, he's finally here. Have a guess who?
Chippers.
It is. Yeah, he is. We'll get him in. I just messaged him to see how he is. Chippers, how you doing, matey?
Hi, Ori. I've just finished work, so I've just quickly got
Steve Bruce's assistant manager, Chippers.
I'll do a better job.
Mate, we'll give you the job, mate. We'll give you the more if you want to do a job code at Newcastle United. Chippers.
How you find the international break, Chippers?
A nice, peaceful peace. It's great, isn't it, when you don't hear Steve Bruce talk? Or talk hype up oppositions every week. It's a nice thing. Could get used to it, to be honest. I mean,
we saw lost this weekend.
Did you bother with the England game the other day?
I watched that. I thought the first half was like watching Newcastle, and the second half was just started up a little bit. And obviously, we beat them pretty easily, to be honest, as we should do, because we're better than them. So
yeah, we did.
We should win. We should win 5 or 6-0 at least tomorrow night against them. So.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, Hungary just weren't hungry in the second half, although unfortunately they were, for a 0-0 draw, but we got a bit more hungry than them.
They were starving instead.
Starving. No, they were all empty inside in the second half because they thought, get in, we're getting a 0-0 draw against England. Oh, actually, not to realise our keeper had an absolute clang on 2 occasions.
I think they were stuffed, weren't they?
Galaxy, he's called Galaxy or whatever he's called. Yeah, name of him.
He did, didn't he?
The PR check looked like he was
honestly, he made some of the dodgy keepers in the Premier League look amazing.
Literally,
you've got to see the goals at Soccer Rate, by the way, in the second half. Jesus Christ.
I hate that. Like, I like me and it for charity, but the fact it's people who know nothing about football who claim to know about football. It's like you don't see them for a year, and then they go out and go, "Oh yeah, I can't wait to play this football match," and they're like, "What football? Oh, I can't wait to play this soccer match."
Players are not good enough. Jeff Hendrick will go on Soccer Rate. He's probably still fucking bits.
You won't be good enough for him. You won't be good enough for him.
Actually, there you go, Steve Bruce. I found you a job for next season. Soccer Rate. You can be the manager for somebody, rest of the world.
Oh, God.
I think Hendrick will play next week at Man United. And
oh, God, I hope
he's not. He's going to score the winner, man. You'll come on the 90th minute. It'll be 5 minutes of indicated time. You'll score in the 93rd minute. There you go, I'm 1-0. You've got Ronaldo. We've got Jeff Hendrick.
You can just see the bet pages. You can just see the bet pages now. Hendrick outperforms Ronaldo.
No, honestly, you know what? I've just got pictures of Steve Bruce. Like we scored the 90th minute. He rips off his top and he runs up and down the end. Up the George Hendrick, he rips his top off. All he sees is his belly flap going up and down. He goes, lads, we've done it. All this hype and Jeff Hendrick scores and he's lit. All he sees is his belly flap. Lads, you all getting a kebab on me. No half price, full kebab.
He'll be good if we beat Man U next week, because that's his team, isn't it? He'll be good.
Oh,
He'll be
nah,
good if we
oh.
win.
You should have seen him when he was laughing with what's his face.
Solskjaer.
So,
Oh, and
Yeah.
he goes, "Oh, I wasn't laughing." Well, mate, you were clearly laughing. We could see on the TV. Oh, wait, man.
Exactly.
The camera's even zoomed in on you doing it. So how
Yeah,
do you deny that?
he admitted he didn't do it. I goes, mate, we're just seeing you on the TV laughing. We've just been beaten. You're laughing.
Exactly.
I thought
Yeah.
I thought he was maybe on John's stream, because he's doing another live one tonight.
Is he?
Is he still on
He's
live?
doing
Is
one with
he?
American Steve. He's doing one with American Steve.
Oh, is he still on? Is he? He
Nice
is
one to
actually.
He's
Oh,
going
here
to
we
one
are.
tomorrow now, apparently.
I'll tell you what, he's just hit 800 subscribers, so well done, John. He's hit 800.
Well, he does like the Italian 7th division and all that sort of watch alongs, doesn't he?
He likes a lot of it. He likes his Italian stuff.
He's even got his green screen up now with Venice behind him.
Yes, he has.
I'll tell you what he'll be doing at Christmas time. The Greek 72 division. He'll be finding ways to get games on.
How many people has he paid to follow him, though?
Right, all of those shout-outs he keeps doing.
We're going to do the Peruvian 10th division.
Exactly, yeah.
He's probably going to do the watch-along for MLS tonight, man. That's why he's probably still on.
I wouldn't know where to start. I didn't watch it.
Probably is. It was up to Happy Sweet says, what do you think of the qualifiers? Be good for England score-wise, and we're looking good. The thing is, the teams we're getting played, we should be beating these easily.
Actually, no, I'm not being funny here, but how many times do we play San Marino or one of the worst sides, and yet we can't even... No, but listen here, though. Why do we keep getting San Marino, but yet we can't score double figures past them, and half of these don't even play football? Like, some of them are nurses, like fire brigade, like school teachers, farmers, yet we can't even beat them 10-0, like with the players we've got.
Exactly. Taggy says Bruce is going to set up Man United for some healthy goal difference for their top 4 finish. Exactly. Dreaded thing what that score's going to be. Chimmers, what do you think that score's going to be down at Old Trafford next week?
100-0.
It's always a pacing, isn't it? It's always 3 or 4-0 at least. And I just can't see anything other than that. And I just think, it's going to be a matter of time before Ronaldo scores. He's just nice going to score. It's just about how many he's going to score.
Do you think he's going to start, Chimmers, or will he be on the bench?
Start.
I think you'll start him because you want him, because his tail will be up and he's just broke the record for Portugal, so he's gonna think, ooh, Newcastle's defence, ooh, rubbing his hands.
Newcastle's defence. With our defence.
The problem is, right? He's going to be the oldest player on the pitch, and he's still going to absolutely embarrass us.
It's not that he'll have a shot right from just over the halfway line, and he'll still beat whoever's in net. Darlow, that's what I say, Dubravka, Woodman. That one of them two is going to have backache, whichever one plays in net. Like, honestly.
Then the fact Wilson's going to be out injured as well, by the looks of it, because Niggle's apparently going to last longer.
Wilson's injured, isn't he? He's injured. He's got a thigh injury.
Oh God Almighty! Exactly.
Steve Bruce has got a poor injury record, though. If you look at his management, he can't keep players fit. I don't know what he does in training.
It's going to be John Linton up front by himself, I'd imagine.
Exactly.
What does Joe Linton actually do?
Yeah, exactly. Happy Feet says, I think England are paying someone seems to be always get the easiest qualifiers possible. Wouldn't say we're paying, but we always seem to be getting thrown against them.
I'm not being horrible, but we always get the pub international teams, as you call them. The teams that are pub internationals.
I know, but but the thing is, you've got to throw them in a group with all the other European nations, and that we've got to play some of them. It's not like our fault that we're too good for them that they just can't play football.
Exactly. Ryan says, still on, lads. Yep, we are. Ryan says Ronaldo hat-trick.
Could be 6.
Could well be. Have
you seen the state of Man United's team now? Pogba, Sancho, Greenwood. Oh yeah, man. We're not going to compete with that. We can barely get a word off. We can barely get a word off.
Ryan says it's okay, lads. Ryan says it's okay, lads. We got Gale. Oh, God.
You can do well in the Championship, but you can't do it in the Premier League.
Tell me why he got a new contract and he hasn't played a minute of Premier League football this season.
Steve Bruce logic, basically, Matty Longstaff, this whole squabble of, we'll stop Udinese from buying him or Watford, but yet you give him a new 2-year deal and he barely plays a lad, if not at all, then he's gone out on loan to Aberdeen and they've got first refusal to buy him. Apparently there's a £15 million release clause. That's it. 15 million quid. If he plays enough games for Aberdeen, they can buy him.
Jesus Christ.
We'll just best hope that the recession's still happening in Scotland. That means we're going to keep him. I doubt it, though.
They won't pay 15
No.
million for him.
Some championship side will come in for him next season, and he'll play like competitively in that league, and then he'll get promoted and do well. Now, if you leave Newcastle, it is a shame. Like, you're actually going to progress in your career. You are actually going to win something. It's some description. Play for Newcastle? Yeah, you just play in front of the fans, really. Mike Ashley.
Yeah, exactly. Right, says must be a sell-on for Gail. Can't think of anything else.
He's not worth anything, though. He's not worth anything.
No.
Yeah, Annie, looking at him. Oh God, how much?
He's injury prone. I
wouldn't pay $5 million for him. So what's the point?
I wouldn't say even that. $5 million.
Free. Let him go for free. I'm not asked. I would no. If we let him go for free, would I be asked? No. He's finished. We've got too many in our squad. We've got too many finished footballers. You're telling me if we got a takeover, you'd accept half these players? I wouldn't. Garbage. Get rid of them all. Our defense. I don't like any of our defenders. All those shambles. Terrible. They're not even just down to Bruce's management. They're just not quick enough. Like, they can't do the basics. They just can't close down. They can't defend. There's just no communication. Dwight Gale. Wow. I've never seen a player decline so much.
Yeah, I mean, I totally agree with that. Well, Chimmers, you think we're going to go down this season?
Yes, I think we've got the worst squad on paper in the league now. Personally, I think
Burnley's not great. Like Eva and Burnley.
Won't surprise us, but
one thing is though, Burnley have beaten us twice already this season.
The one I seen that was just absolute ball fest. I mean, I left there just all frustrated because they played for a penalty shootout, and yet we still couldn't even do out on a penalty shootout.
Chimmers, do you think a takeover will happen to survive us, or do you think that's not going to happen?
I'm trying not to think about it. No,
I think well done.
I'm in the mindset of we're stuck with Mike Ashley for at least another year. We're stuck with Steve Bruce probably for the season, unless he grows some balls to sack him, which he won't because he doesn't want to pay him off. But
surely 10 million for Gale Championship team.
No.
Once he's worth 10 million now.
He's getting. How old is he now? He's late middle 30s.
31 or 32. Right also says agree. Chimmers, I think relegated. Well, a lot of us, I think, we're going to go down this season.
This thing that annoys me though. They say Callum Wilson. I've mentioned this before. He got relegated with Bournemouth, and so did Ryan Fraser. They got relegated with Bournemouth.
The thing is, right, when Dwight Gale's contract leaves, I think he's going to be 35 or 36. I mean, that's the Premier League team.
It annoys me though because you got it in Man City. They've got players that are worth like £200-300 million. £200,000 a week, and yet they can't even get games. Yeah, because Shelby's got on 80 grand a week, he has to play. Yeah, he could be the worst player on the pitch, or he still plays because we're paying all this money.
He's on 80 grand a week as well, isn't he?
Yeah, he's got to play because of the contract. It's like, well, no, you play on merit, son. That's what they say. Oh, you sunshine. If you're not good enough, you don't play. You got to earn your right to play.
He's played all the games this season, Joel, and he's had one assist in 4 games, and that's a
that's what I'm saying. Player. We could barely string 2 passes together, and that's the most frustrating thing when you watch us. Like, we give the ball away.
Yep.
Southampton were running rings around us last week.
Yeah, well, happy feet is good news. We may be playing our old friend Sunderland again. I think Sunderland are going to get promoted to the Championship at this rate.
I went for them in Portsmouth, but obviously Portsmouth have been a bit hit and miss at the minute.
I don't know, mind. I still think, I know they're top early, but they've got a long season ahead of them, mind, and they've had no real investment from their so-called billionaire owner. So They've signed a good name. Players that actually look like they could do well in the Championship. Most of them are on loan, though, are very cheap. They haven't spent big fees.
Because they are league
Bayern Munich.
But
I think as well, though, McGee's on massive wages, which is their problem. McGee, they had to keep McGee. He's on I think the highest paid player in that league because that's why as well they're a bit hamstrung because. They can't really spend much.
They renewed it. Them new owners have just renewed it. Like, he could have walked at the end of the season. They want to keep him.
Yeah.
Like the son owns the club, but his father owns Marseille. So like, if they're struggling for money, he's going to say, "Yeah, like, Dad, you got any money?" Like, they're literally pumping money into Sunderland Football Club.
Yeah, that's where Sunderland are looking for their.
Look at the stadium now. Like, they've changed all the seats and that. They're changing all the facilities. I watched them the other day. They were upgrading the training facilities and stuff even more. Like, look, we're just standing still. We've got like. I think Paul mentioned on his video the other day, we've got training facilities that belong in a primary school. Sunderland are in League One, and they've probably got, for me, they've got better training facilities than us, I would say.
Oh,
That shit.
They
That pains me to say.
They
That
have.
pains me.
Honestly,
It's
they
not
have.
hard. I think first schools and higher schools have got better facilities than us.
I mean, we went to York for training. I mean, come on, man. We're using it like some comprehensive, like, oh.
Yep. Alan says, just found out my sister has corona, so England and Newcastle better be entertained over the next few weeks. Oh, that's a bit harsh, Alan. Oh, God. He says, next joke.
Don't pick up a worst time.
Tell you what, I'll get that painting done in the house if you got anything to do, because in the next 2 weeks you'll be bored watching Newcastle in England.
David says, Man U are going to beat us 4-0 next week.
That's being kind.
Probably will. Ryan says, Sunderland's owner, Dad is dead. It's the man with the money from Dad's death.
Yeah,
I tell you what, mind. I think a lot of Newcastle fans would take a 4-0 defeat next week if it keeps the scoreline down. That's with their side, that's respectful.
Yeah, exactly.
Next weekend, well, I'm dreading it, but what happens. I mean, we've just got to accept it. And by the way, is it on TV? We've been 3 o'clock.
No, not yet.
No,
That's crazy that they haven't changed. No, it's definitely 100% 3 o'clock kickoff because the tickets they're all down as 3 o'clocks.
Yeah, they haven't changed it yet. So
why is this game? That's messed up. How's our game not even on TV?
Yeah, Alan says if Ronaldo tries anything, I think ASM will turn the burners on and put him in his place. Oh no!
Oh yeah, can imagine saying Maximin megged him. A couple of times. That's it, Maximin.
You cannot compare
Ronaldo. Yeah, how are you?
You cannot compare Ronaldo and St. Maximin. One's won everything. St. Maximin
he has 1 million views on YouTube for you. Jeff Hendrick nutmegs Ronaldo. That'd be funny as well. Sit out, you clown.
Happy Feet says, normally I like to watch or listen to the match, the Man United match. I'm dreading it. I might just read the post-match stats.
You can't watch it? It's not on TV, is it?
Well, it'll be on those stream sites.
I won't even be listening to it. I won't even listen to it because I'm relegated to the theatre for hammering, so I don't really want to listen to us get absolutely tossed off by the opposition.
It does scream of weirdness, like how our game's not on TV. How is it at 3 o'clock? I never know. I thought it'd be the 5:30 or something like that. Tea time kick-off. You'd think.
I'm pretty sure John will find the stream from somewhere.
Yeah, do you know what? Let's just get this game started at 12:30 just to get the game over and done with on a Saturday, to be honest. Because when that was going to happen, so
that would be brilliant.
Just do it on a Friday night instead. Can I just do it on a Friday night instead?
Yeah, well, talking of Friday night, we play Leeds on a Friday night. Their fans are coming up. Oh, that's going to be carnage. What a bad time to play Leeds United, though. Their fans are carnage. It's going to be there'll be fights on Friday night. I can see that. There'll be fights after the game. I can see it.
Probably will be.
But I mean, this weekend training, Steve Bruce, lads, we're going to play a 10 at the back. I'm sorry, lads, 10 at the back.
Yeah, well, Alan says the dribbling is there with ASM, the finishing isn't. The Man U game is NBC, to my knowledge. Correct me if I'm wrong.
That's what annoys me with St. Maximin. Great player. He's just good. He can drive. Actually, what really annoys me with St. Maximin, and it's a Steve Bruce thing to do, he picks up the ball from the defence and he charges. And as soon as he gets to the middle of the park, he's tired. What you want to do is you want him in the centre of the park, charge at the defence, and then he needs to improve at his final product. Try and work around the strikers or something, but something's not working.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. I mean, I totally agree with that.
Good player, but he's wasted. It's as simple as that.
Yeah, I mean, well, anyway, guys, we're going to probably have the stream in about 10 minutes' time, where we'll be going on for over 2 hours. So,
famous PD product streams.
Exactly. Well, don't forget to like. Please drop me comments in the live chat as well, and please subscribe if you are new to the channel as well. I mean, the subscribers have been really coming in there through the roof lately. So, Happy Feet says Man United game after us is televised, so Ronaldo may not start against us, so that he will be televised. They will make more money that way. Who is Man United's? Who is Man United's game after us? I'll have to have a look.
Don't really care.
I'm not bad. I mean, that silence has kept Solskjaer in a job, even though I think he's tactically useless.
I mean, we'll have to have a look. I feel it's going to be a top team.
Well, yeah, that's fair. What the next game is? Probably Burnley or something. They get smashed 16-0, and Ronaldo scores with 10.
Well, they've got young boys in the Champions League, and then after that, away to West Ham.
That'd be a big game. Hey, West Ham and all, Mugs.
Yep, I mean, West Ham have done a really good start to the season.
Wait, is that a Sunday kick-off? Because I'm sure West Ham start their Europa League campaign as well.
I think that will be
a Sunday. It's definitely a Sunday. That has to be.
Yeah,
you just mentioned that Man United got young boys, so that's Europa League and Champions League week. So yeah, it'll be Sunday.
Yes, that is a Sunday at 2:00.
I don't even know who's in West Ham's group because they've done well. Then West Ham they've done well under Moyes. I think in the last year they've come on so much.
Certainly have.
They could even finish in the top 6 again if they can keep the squad together. But I don't think they will.
I'll have to have a look at
Jason, what do you think about Newcastle?
Shit show.
That's all you can say really about us. There's nothing positive about Newcastle.
Right, this is in West Ham's group. Dynamo Zagreb.
Not an easy set to play against. Tottenham struggled.
Tottenham out there. They got KRC Genk.
They're a good side as well.
Rapid Vienna.
Good side.
So it's not an easy group here for West Ham.
I still think they'll come at least second. They'll definitely qualify that group somehow.
Yeah, I think they will.
If Newcastle had them in the group, like we'd be getting beat fucking 4 or 5 in every game. Steve would be, just play 9 at the back, 10 at the back.
Exactly. Ryan says Ronaldo.
Well, there is positives out of this game.
Yeah, Ryan says Ronaldo playing best team for his second debut, laughing his head off. Looking at Bruce. Hi, exactly.
I think I'll have to put Ronaldo in my dream team just for this game because he's going to absolutely do it.
Yeah. Alan says ASM's problem is that he's too confident. He runs and doesn't pass, which puts the defense. We don't have much to pressure. That is the thing with ASM. He holds on the ball for too long.
You look at some of the Oslo coach as well. I mean, let's be fair.
He's being coached by an absolute talent as well.
I honestly can't stay ASM crying every game. Sold aboard. He's a fanny tall and unreliable for Dogma. That was another thing I realised with ASM in the Southampton game. Every time he got bullied off the ball far too easily as well.
But players need to make runs, though. Like that's the thing. I watch with him. We're just too slow. Like he's got pace, but we're just too slow. We haven't got enough quality. I can see why he whinges though. Like we haven't got any quality. But the thing is, if he had the likes of like Mahrez, the likes of what Man City have got in Leicester, I'd be a field day for him. He can do what he pleases.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Like if he could walk into Leicester's side or walk into like a Man City, and like he'd be a transformed player. Like you'd be like, oh great, yeah, we've got Foden at the end of that. We've got Vardy at the end of that. Like Vardy will just peel off the last man. He's quick. He's intelligent. We don't have too many intelligent players, unfortunately. And if you think Jeff Hendrick and John Joe Shelby are intelligent, then you need to get yourself to a hospital because these are not intelligent players.
Definitely not. Absolutely.
By the way, what's Fraser done not actually get started matches because he does a lot more than what most of our players do?
Exactly. I think Fraser's done all right so far this season. Burnley game, he was really good.
But why doesn't he start? Like he's better than who are currently starting. Like they're just
should be start ahead of Miggy at this rate.
Why is
Miggy is a lost cause. I'm sorry. I didn't rate the kid whatsoever. He's lost. He's finished.
Yeah, Ryan says, but ASM should toughen up. He's a wimp. Well, I could tell he was going down far too easy a lot of the time in the Southampton game as well. But again,
it's the way we're set up, though. The thing is, it doesn't give the players enough time to really get forwards. We've spent a lot of the game just in our own half, and we can't string 2 passes together. If you can't do the basics in the game, then you're not going to do very well in the final third. Let's be honest. You're not going to get chances.
No way.
Callum Wilson, he's frustrated. I mean, you can just tell, just by the way he's playing, he's frustrated. No service.
The cells that was done on Saturday, big time. That tackle was unnecessary. Unnecessary. I mean,
shouldn't have done that.
Why he's diving in the penalty area on the 95th minute of a football match, I do not know.
All I'm going to say is 3 minutes. All I'm going to say is 3 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. Wilson makes gun runs, but ASM doesn't pass. But again, to see. I mean, it's just our squad just lacks so much this season.
No, it annoys me though, right? We play so crap in these opening 3 games. We play Man United and we might just do something. And now we're not. But you know,
we'll see.
It's such a Newcastle thing to do under Bruce against anyone. We'll beat someone who we're not supposed to beat.
It's typical us. As soon as we play a big 6, we end up turning up.
Yeah, like that's what really annoys us because you think, well, why couldn't we do that against Southampton? Why can't we see out the results against West Ham when you're 2-1 up at half time? Against Villa, like why in the first half, how could you take your chances? Callum Wilson misses an absolute sitter. You think, whoa.
Yeah, exactly. Well, Alan says Fraser's still regaining match fitness after his surgery. He said he should be be back fully between November and December.
That's
Should give him a
good.
start now.
That's not good.
But he didn't have surgery though, did he? He had it before the Euros. He had it at the end of last season. So
we can't afford to lose any players.
Well, I've got a happy few. Do you think Arsenal will get better or be relegated? They're not going to get relegated. Also, well, I've got another guest in the background, even though I'm going to finish in 5 minutes, but we'll bring him in for quickly. It's Steve, everyone.
What's going on?
How you doing?
He's moonlighting from John's show.
How you doing, mate? You all right?
I'm all right. Yeah. No, I saw that you were live, and I just got off a live stream with John Sinclair, so I figured out.
I've seen him.
Yeah.
He's not talking about the Italian 7th division, is he?
Nah.
Yeah. Arsenal got Norwich next week, so we'll see how bad the situation at Arsenal really is. I think it'll be Norwich. But if they don't win that game, oh my god!
Do you know how bad Norwich really are?
Yeah, Norwich are terrible. Newcastle fans TV, Anton Griezmann is back. I love that.
Hey, did I tell you he did a football career move at Newcastle?
Oh yeah. Honestly, Steve, you do look a bit like Anton Griezmann.
Yeah.
No offense, man.
Someone else, no offense taken. Someone else said that I look like Tom Davies. Also.
Oh, the Everton player.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm like, hey, that's fair, man. Nice comparison.
Yeah, I tell you what, it could be a lot worse. You could have been getting called Jeff Hendrick.
Yeah, exactly. Rice says, can't see Arsenal going down. Nah, they're not going to get
No. They'll finish about mid-table, as always do.
Yeah, I think
they got to be careful, though. They got to be careful, though, because we as fans can, I'm not a fan of Arsenal, but like the people can think that they won't get relegated because they're too big to fail. But once that sets into the players' minds, they could actually that could be trouble because they aren't too big to fail. They need to get wins and points. So
well, look at us, 2009, 2016.
Yeah. Yep. So.
Yeah, I mean exactly. They're not. But do you think Arteta's one of the contenders for the sack at first?
Yeah, 100%. Still is.
Yeah, the thing for there is though, who's going to take that job? I mean, it's like
Steve Bruce.
From what I've heard, they were like they would. I think they would like to go for someone like Antonio Conte.
Or Graham Potter. Graham Potter.
He's got. You have
Graham
no.
Potter. I like him. I rate him as manager.
I like.
He's
Graham
good.
Potter.
No, imagine that. Like when Rafa was leaving, like when he left, we're like, oh, we're going to be linked with all these good managers, and we'll get Steve Bruce. The similar thing will happen at Arsenal. Oh well, great. Arteta's gone. We're going to get Antonio Conte. Oh shit, we've just got Bruce from Newcastle. Just paid the wages. Fuck.
Yeah.
But could you imagine the meltdown on Arsenal fan TV, Robbie and that? Imagine Robbie just doing a video on Steve Bruce.
The pundits love to give him so much praise. It's no wonder he wasn't involved in the Tottenham job.
They said we're showing ambition, and they said they're looking for success in the future by hiring people like Bruce and signing players like Joe Linton and who are absolutely dog shit.
I'm sorry, but that statement yesterday, you could have put that in crayon and just erased everything that they've just said, because it's nothing that we don't know that we haven't seen in the last 15 years.
We do the opposite. We do the opposite of what it is.
Yeah.
Crap, man. And they think they're just playing the sympathy card because they want all the fans to come back, and they just know it's not happening, unfortunately.
Newcastle fans TV. People said Leeds would never go down with the team. They had only a couple of years of being in the semi-final of the UEFA Champions League.
That's my overall point.
But they were in debt. They were in massive debt though off the field. That was the problem.
Yeah, Portsmouth had a very similar situation. They went to League Two as well, and they're just recovering now. Yeah. They're just coming back.
Yeah.
Slowly but surely.
Alan says if we go down at least we might win a trophy. We've been relegated twice and won the championship twice. No. Thing is, if we go down, I wouldn't be guaranteed us to get us back up straight away.
I don't think we would because there are too many championship clubs with real ambition.
Yep.
Brentford, Bristol City. I mean, I could go on. Fulham.
And the
Fulham
championship's
usually come back.
very
Yeah.
competitive lately now as well.
It's not that though. You've got to remember as well that the TV rights in the championship. A lot of them have got a lot who've been relegated have got Premier League money as well on a 2-year deal.
Parachute payments.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yep.
Our squad can't last 38 games. Never mind about 40, 43.
Shall I tell you someone who Newcastle couldn't compete with in the championship in 2010, even though we did get promoted? Scunthorpe away.
Oh yes.
2-1.
Remember that? Newcastle fans TV again. Atletico went down in 2000.
FC Kaiserslautern, another fallen giant. They're in. I watched them in the third tier today. They used to be winning Bundesligas and DFB Pokals and all that. They're one of the biggest clubs in Germany. They got a 60,000 seat stadium.
Yep.
I think once it actually goes, we'll get better. We'll get better. Like, I think things will improve. It's just get rid of them first. That's just the big hurdle, isn't it? I mean, in the minute we're in limbo. That's the thing. Oh, we're going to get relegated. Well, you kind of predict what's going to happen in like 7-8 months' time. But if we do, I can't see we're coming back for at least a long time.
That's what I'm thinking.
Not with him and George. Not with the training facilities that we've got, man. Look at the state of it, man.
Oh, they're absolutely abysmal, aren't they?
The only thing that's going to pull us together in the championship, if we do go down, it's like what we're doing at the minute. It's the fans. It's only hope of God really everyone turning up.
Totally agree. I mean, totally agree. Again, Newcastle fans TV, what a team they had in the Palmer, what a team they had in the late 90s. Yeah, I mean, I remember that.
It happens to the best of us.
Yep.
Yeah. I totally remember that definitely as well. So
it's just that it's the money in the championship that's making it stronger. I mean, it's getting better every season when you think about it. Like, you just don't know who's going to make the playoffs. Look at Huddersfield. Like even with the clubs in the championship with no money can compete with clubs with money. I mean, Huddersfield are one of them. Bournemouth, they come from League Two all about the Premier League and survived somehow for 5 years, 5 seasons. Bournemouth.
Exactly. Yeah.
Then again, we can't compete with Bournemouth these days. Even financially now, we can't even compete with Bournemouth when they're in the championship. There you go.
It's an absolute joke, isn't it?
Yeah, man. We got outspent by clubs in the current championship season, like this current season. Bournemouth.
Recently promoted Serie A teams have outspent us. Recently promoted Bundesliga teams, Liga and teams. Yeah, you know, even teams outside of the top 5, like Zenit, they've been spending money.
Get short off, man. Honestly.
Yeah. Anyway, give me 2 seconds, guys. I need to nip to the bathroom, and I'm not going to do you, Chippers. Take your phone in the bathroom like you did last time on.
Peter, I'm going to shoot off because I'll watch some telly after work. I want to see what the crack is.
Yeah, no problem there, Chippers. Good to see you, man, for a little bit.
Have a good night.
See you now, Chippers, man. All the best.
Bye, Chippers.
Tell you what, I watched Blythe today in like non-league, and even they put on more of an entertainment than Newcastle have.
Exactly. Newcastle fan TV, where do you think Charlie's pay rise come from? Mike Ashley's back pocket. That's a force, that his pay rise.
Basically, remain silent. Don't talk to any Newcastle fans. Don't even say a word, and you'll keep giving you a pay rise. You did a great job. He's useless.
Anyway, give me a couple of seconds, guys. All right.
Yeah. No, why? So wait, Lee Charnley's he's been given a raise.
Yeah, like literally, like they've just given more money than what he got previously. Even though the club have been claiming furlough, yet Mike Ashley's making fortunes. I think he made 700 million quid off some his business. Yet we've had nothing in return, nothing. Club is a mess, man. It's all about him. It's just about his business and money and what he can make. And anything that we're owed, well, it doesn't go on the club anymore. I seen something the other day. There was some people on the stand, the Gallagher stand on the roof, doing some cleaning. It's about bloody time. 15 years in the making.
Yeah,
that's taken.
Yeah,
that's our transfer budget.
That's only meant to be for the Super League, though, isn't it?
Is that what was for?
It was a Super League that demanded that the stadium was cleaned up.
But that's it. That's what I'm saying. It's like when you go to work, right? It depends where you work. Like if you ask for PPE, like your basic needs, like we don't even get the basic needs anymore off our so-called order. Like he doesn't do anything that's going to improve the club in anywhere. Like obviously, I know he wants his money back, but like look at the state of the stadium, man. Like all this mold growing around it, and like I even walked past the Gallagher a couple of years ago, and there was like puddles all over the place and like dripping water and stuff. Yeah, man, there's a dead pigeon in the Gallagher, which has probably been there since he took over the club. It's still there.
I mean, you've been seeing those pictures going around of the ripped picture of Shay Given and the exposed wires around.
Well, he took the Alan Shearer thing off, didn't he? The Gallagher, he ripped that off. That's gone. Anything that like sort of identifies the club and its heritage and whatnot, it's gone. Like there's just nothing there. There's got the Scottish Sports Direct sign, and they're just getting worse. Sports Direct, their logos and that. It's a shame, man, what he's so-called doing to the club. Sad state of affairs, you know what I mean? It's just what annoys me more though. Like he says he wants to sell the club, but I've never seen like a more frustrating, difficult owner who can't get some sort of takeover over the line. I know we're all looking at the Premier League at the minute, but you've got to question Mike Ashley. Like, you know, he's been here 15 years. We've had all these different takeovers, yet you just can't get one over the line. Do you know what I mean? Even if we bring someone in who hasn't got the money that Mike Ashley has, we just want someone who's going to come in with a bit of, you know, fresh ideas. You know what I'm saying?
And that's going to take care of the club.
Yeah.
Don't neglect it. Like, don't neglect it like a puppy or whatever. Like, come on, man. Yeah.
Look at Burnley's owner though. Like, I know, fair enough, they might not have all the money in the world, but like I've seen what they've done with the ground. Like Turf Moor, we know it's a bit of a shithole, but they've actually upgraded it. No, they've upgraded. They put LED like TVs and that in. It's all good. It's all good stuff. You've got to start at the bottom and you've got to work your way up. Well, Mike Ashley'd say, couldn't care less.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll just chill at the bottom. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Blackburn are overdue return to the Premier League too. I think they'll be back in the Premier League soon.
You can't buy your way back to the Premier League though. You've got to earn the right to be back in the Premier League. That's a thing.
You gotta be smart. You've got like Brent. I don't know what you guys think, but I think Brentford are going to survive this year. They might even get top 10. I'm dead serious because seriously, they've been working on this on Brentford for years and years. Smart transfers. I mean, the scouting. They pick up guys from academies outside of England that didn't make it to their academy. They'll sign them up with their reserves.
Yep.
Well,
there's a game plan. There's a game.
What happened to our strategy under like we remember Pardew as a manager? We got all these French people and all these like Dutch players now. They were quite good. And then all of a sudden we've just gone back to being lazy again and just get what we can. Scrap.
Yeah, exactly. Newcastle Fan TV. Any views at the women's game tomorrow? I think yes. That'll be good. You there as well, Shorty, you said? Yeah,
Joanna won't be there, unfortunately, though, because she's at centre box. She had better. Well, it's better than going to work most days.
Newcastle women are killing it, at least.
They do well.
Yeah, man. Get them in our first team. They can't do any worse.
Yeah.
We might hopefully Shorty see someone else there, you know who.
Oh, Stan. Well, if he's not at the game tomorrow, he's physically retired. He's fine. He just gave up the opportunity.
Aye, exactly.
But it's just, as I said, at the minute, it's frustrating because you're hoping for results, but we're not going to get many this season. Let's be honest.
Alan says I can see Blythe Stadium from my bedroom window. Go Blythe, nice one, man.
I was there today. It was good. I enjoyed it.
That's good. How much more can us fans take? God knows.
I don't know what you guys think, but I think it's going to boil over on the Friday night against Leeds. I think something big is going to happen.
That's possibly. Ryan says Ashley nearly $1 billion richer. Yep. He's making his money again.
As I said, though, like I've heard rumours going around that they're going to throw tennis balls and stuff like that. But what's that going to do, though? Even though, it might delay the game, it's on TV and that. But all they'll do is just throw them to the side, then we'll get on with the game. And Mike Ashley will just be sat there wherever he's going to be on the day, laughing his head off.
Well, Ryan says Ashley is a very smart. He grows in wealth while laughing at us. It's perfect for him. Well, yeah, because he's making the money.
Yeah. And he's never there, so he's got nothing.
The way I see it, right, it doesn't matter how many fans don't turn up because you look back at last season during the pandemic, the whole Premier League all kicked off. There was no fans. Didn't make a dent in his pocket.
Yep. So yeah, exactly. And I don't care if people boycott if you want to. Don't go to the games if you don't want to. That's fine.
Yep.
Doesn't matter anyway.
Let's all be united in the fact of freedom of choice. That's what I think.
Yeah,
it's the best idea for our fan base. If you want to buy the shirt, go do it. You can still hate Ashley.
Yep.
You want to buy your boyhood club shirt.
Exactly. I bought the kit this season. I've got my season ticket there for this season because I missed what I was previously doing before COVID came into place. That is meeting up with my friends before a game, going out for a few drinks, having some food before the game, going to the game, enjoy it, enjoy the build-up, get fans' thoughts. Yep. What they think of the game, do me match vlogs as well. Yeah. I know me and you, Shorty, boycotted one season under Bruce first, but after the said, we'll be back.
It's just like I say, I think it's just been tough anyway. Like there's nothing we can do. Like we've tried everything, and Mike Ashley's one of them. He's stubborn, and when you're stubborn and you're not bothered, like he's had all this criticism for 15 years. What makes you think he's going to change now? He's not going to change.
And Newcastle Fans TV says, I'll see you there tomorrow. So I'm guessing Lee will be there tomorrow.
Yeah.
So
You got to see him.
That's good, man. Catch you there tomorrow, man. Ryan says, Ashley lost care. That's what happened. Well, yeah, exactly.
Well, yeah, well, that's it. He's stubborn. If your ownership's stubborn, the thing is, it's the Premier League that's feeding him. He doesn't need our money. Let's be honest, he doesn't. Like, we could have no fans in the whole season. Yeah, it'll be empty, but
they're paying him 100 million a season.
The Premier League are giving him the money, and then they're making him thousands and thousands of pounds richer each week. Doesn't matter.
It's not like it's not like we're a Borussia Dortmund where actually a large part of our revenue comes from match day. It's not like we're in that scenario. And guess what the best part is? Even though Borussia Dortmund lost a bunch of money, I think it was over $1 million per game, that with no fans in, guess what? They still signed Daniel Malen and all these other guys.
Well, other than the fan owned, which is good though, because it means they got more power than the actual ownership.
Yeah. Yeah, the 50+1. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's it.
So
that needs to come into our game, but where do you find the money? That's the thing. Yeah, not everyone can afford it.
Start on the stock market essentially. That's probably but it's
put Newcastle on eBay.
Yeah.
Didn't that only happen once? Like, so there was a few years ago, like, we was on eBay and there was a bidding war going up on eBay, starting from £1.
Actually, just to let you know, your club's been put on eBay. First bid, a penny. Quid. 100 quid. £1,000. Shit, the bids are coming in now. Fuck.
No, but yeah, it's just pathetic how Borussia Dortmund, they're still making signings. They didn't use COVID as an excuse. And to be fair, they could have, because they were losing $1 million a day. $1 million for every game. The
pandemic has probably just saved Steve Bruce's job in a sense, because he would have got pelters last season if we were there. Wow, some of the things he was saying about some of the results were just horrifying. Horrific.
I don't like when I disagree with the fans. I don't think they should criticize me. He's an egomaniac. He's an egomaniac, I swear to God, because the pundits from the UK, from what I see as an outsider living in the US, they just seem to feed him shit and he eats it, and then that's his ego.
I just said in one of my videos last season, I remember saying, I will criticise you, Sunshine. If I want to criticise you after what I've just watched for that full 90+ minutes, I will criticise you. Mm-hmm. If I want to criticise, I'll criticise. If I've got something nice to say, then I'll be positive. But last season, let's be honest, 75% of last season was negative.
Yep. It certainly was. Right. Oh, where was up to? Taggy says, you see, the Premier League rules should say that money earned should be reinvested in the club. If it is pocketed, they should not play it. Well, the Premier League didn't care. City didn't care.
They're the most profitable league and #1 league in the world in terms of TV and money and all this stuff. Why bother improving?
The TV's helping them anyway. Like, it doesn't matter. They've got Sky Sports. They've got they've got BT. They're getting TV channels all over the world. Yeah. Like following the Premier League. So
yeah, exactly. In the US,
the fans don't care, man.
In the US, we have NBC Sports and Peacock, and they get easy $1 billion off that, off all the people watching.
Exactly.
Last season taught me a lot.
Yep.
Exactly. Well, Ryan says, Ashley living in the USA couldn't give a fly monkeys about us. Imagine an empty St. James's Park, though, would speak volumes. Fuck knows where Mike Ashley is nowadays.
Yeah.
But imagine an empty St. James's Park. Well, again,
it
happened during the pandemic, and still, what did
doesn't
he get?
Matter, still it's the same with same with every Premier League owner at this moment in time. They're all feeding off the Premier League and what the TV rights, what they're offering. Who cares?
Exactly. Yep.
There you are. Fans. Let's be honest. Fans are just a number. We're just a customer. We are customers. We're not fans anymore. We're just customers. That's all we are.
And certain
we're a paying customer.
Yeah.
By the way.
Go ahead.
No, go on.
No, I was just gonna say, look at Leicester's owners. They don't treat their fans like customers. They treat them like fans.
What we are at Newcastle, right? We're give and take. We're a customer, and they'll say, right, yeah, you can pay for so long, and if you don't want to be here, then you can go and pay off somewhere else, go and watch non-league or whatever. They'll say, well, you're easily replaced by someone else who wants to pay. We're just customers.
Exactly.
Simple as that. Players are on too much money, and then they'll just play because, we'll keep turning up, or the Premier League's giving them too much money, TV rights and whatnot. The TV has killed what was football with the fans, really.
The thing is with football, it is a lot about money these days anyway.
TV? It's the TV's making it worse for the fans because we are now the customers.
Exactly.
So,
Ryan stays, empty stadium looks bad on his business that he cares about. We never know had empty St. James's Park, so we don't know how it would look. Can't be confirmed that much I know, but
Doesn't
again,
matter.
And it does, and then the interesting thing was to observe was we got to see this summer how it affected teams in the transfer market, and guess what? It really didn't.
It didn't.
It really didn't.
But I can't believe how much money was actually spent over this transfer window just gone. That surprised me.
Norwich brought in Josh Sargent, Milo Rashica from the Bundesliga. Good players. I really like.
That's what I'm saying.
They've got ambition.
That's why you look back at this, like the statement that they put it. Oh, we've got no money. Sod all. We've got plenty of money. Just don't want to spend
Bullshit. Yeah, that's what it is. They just don't. It doesn't matter about being transparent. You can't be transparent and tell lies.
Oh, transparent ownership.
Yeah.
Transparent.
Exactly.
Lee Charnley, you get nothing out of him.
The only thing transparent is our midfield and defense.
I don't even think I've seen Lee Charnley talk before.
Only once I've heard it when they said before the pandemic hit, well, we're going to offer 10,000 season tickets for free.
What is that?
There you go. 10 because nobody wants to go anymore. There you go.
We'll be seeing that again around Christmas time.
And exactly, and people like us have just paid 600-700 quid for a season ticket, and now I'll get it for free again.
Yep, exactly. There you go. There you go.
But to be fair though, I think you look back and you think, fucking, I paid 600 quid for this. I'd probably rather watch it for free, to be honest.
I'm not I live in the U.S. I'm not going to Newcastle anytime soon if Ashley's there. Yeah. I'll go and party with you guys once he's fucking out the door. There's no way I'm working over.
The party's going to be unreal, honestly. If they want, that's going to feel like we won the Premier League.
Yeah, yeah.
Exactly.
And there's just no way I'm going to fork down $1,000 or $2,000 or however much it's going to cost round trip, and then all the other stuff to go watch to go to St. James's Park or wherever and watch our team play like shit under a shit owner. I just no.
Exactly. Well, Taggy says, the money dished out by TV rights parachute payment should be regulated by the authorities and on a conditional basis. If you intend on pocketing it should be a breach of conditions. But again, the Premier League don't give a rat's.
It's not that though. The TV has killed what was the fans' game. Like, you look at non-league where they don't get any TV. Well, may get one game a month, but it's one selected club.
They rely on like the FA Cup games.
They rely on the fans. Like, it's proper football, like where the fans come first. Like the fans chanting. When they're buying the programs, they're buying the 50-50s, they're buying whatever, right? I went to Blythe today, and like you can just tell it's proper football. Whereas if you look at the top flight and like, I think the whole EFL at the minute, you think it's just anything up. No, I'm actually going to put the Championship in there as well. It's all basically it's about the money, the TV. It's killed what was the fans' game. The football is nothing. They say football's nothing about the fans. A famous quote by Robbie. It's true. Like, football's nothing about the fans. But then you look at the so-called Premier League champions, even some of the like the Bundesliga and all that, and all these, they don't care. Like, they get money anyway. They'll find ways of making money. TV rights, it's killing the game.
Yeah,
I think Leicester do a pretty. I mean, I know I've been talking about a few times. I really do think Leicester, their owners deserve big shout out because they do really well treating their fans and stuff like that.
Wish we had them sort of ownerships.
Yeah,
exactly.
And when their owner died, many people were very, very sad to see that. So it just shows how much they care about
owners. I don't want to own. Like, everyone wants loads and loads of money to spend, but I think I can speak for probably 99.9% of the fan base. We just want an owner who actually talks, like, bit transparency.
Exactly.
Like what they do at Leicester, like weekly or monthly updates. Just let we know what's going on, what's going on. We'd be more understanding if we don't spend money. But they tell them why we didn't do it, because we're maybe saving up there, we're doing this, or we're going to upgrade this. Like, the fans would be a bit more like understanding that way. But at the minute, it's just like you'd be lucky if you get one statement a season.
Or Brentford, I think I remember watching AFTV. It was Robbie, and it was one of the guys at Brentford. I think the chairman or one of the head of scouts or whatever. He went on to AFTV and talked about his club and stuff like that. That's transparency.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's all you want. No, that's all you want. Just talk to the fans. Like, just let them know what's going on. Like, just be transparent. That's the word you say. Transparency. Like, just talk. Like, at the end of the day, we're not gonna bite your heads off. Just tell them what's going on. Keep in the loop.
Yeah. Exactly. Ryan says you can't count pandemic with empty stadium because everyone had empty, but when meant to be full, that would be different.
The Premier League still went ahead. That's the thing. It wasn't just that, though. They don't need the fans because even the Championship, yeah, okay, League One, League Two, to a degree, struggled, but they still found a way to get all these leagues finished. They started them and they finished them, so they don't need us in reality. They don't.
Yeah. Tangy says it hasn't been regulated for years. It's all about inflation and elitism, not for the fans.
Look at this, though. Look at this, right? Last season, they had 8 o'clock kickoffs. They had games on all the time. Like they found ways of giving the fans a chance to watch football because they knew that it was all about the money. Bring as much money. Like people were at home, they were thriving off the fans. They were even, being so greedy to charge fans on I follow and all this rubbish. They're for League One, League Two clubs. It's like, well, that's not their fault that they don't get the opportunity, like the Premier League clubs, to watch. Because all the Premier League games last season, whether it was a 3 o'clock kickoff or not, they all had regulated games every single week because we couldn't be there. But in terms of what was if you're in the Championship or League One, League Two, where you're not scheduled for Sky and out like that? It's just they got charged for every single game. And half the time, iFollow was broken. They couldn't even watch the game, so they pay for something that they can't even watch.
Exactly.
And then you had that crap when they tried to put it all over to Sky Box Office. So you had to pay even more to try just to watch 90 minutes.
That was a joke. I'm glad that was a
the Big Six
what
project.
What was it? There was one game last season. Was it 20? Was it 40? Whatever it was to watch. Was it Burnley versus Brighton? I mean, who on earth's going to watch that?
$14.99.
Watch Burnley versus Brighton. Are you actually taking the piss?
Exactly. That was
I pay $5 a month, or sorry, no, $10 a month for Peacock in the US, and I get to watch every single Premier League game. And then,
that's good.
Yeah. So I would never, ever, ever in my life pay $10 for one game because I know that there's already that. That's ridiculous. For one game,
it's a joke.
How about one season? Yeah.
But let's put this into context though. $14.99 to watch Burnley versus Brighton. I mean, who's going to still watch that? I could barely watch Newcastle under Steve Bruce, let alone a neutral game.
Exactly. I mean, exactly. Ryan also says fans should not take free ticket when completely ruin what we are trying to achieve. I mean,
it doesn't matter
when they do that. I mean,
we're too passionate. We're a football mad city. We can't keep away. And the thing is, that's credit to our fan base. All the crap that we've gone through, we don't give up.
Yeah, exactly.
I get it. It keeps my gas shit at the club, but as I said before, you can start emptying the stadium as much as you like, but the TV rights are in place, and that's what's feeding the ownership, and he doesn't care less until they disappear. Then he's gonna keep raking the money of what he's getting off the Sky and BT and all this rubbish.
Yeah, exactly. Right says, is it not fair to say what you get paid for?
You get what you pay for. No, it's not because the Premier like Toon Army just said, the Premier League gives Ashley money every season, every year they're in this league.
He gets even the thing is what makes it even worse though, because Newcastle will always get TV games because they'll know that we're going to turn up, so they love it. Like Sky Sports or BT, they love it when there's a full stadium. Doesn't matter who we'll play up against, and that's more money because every club will get a pot of money each month for the TV and whatnot, whether they're on or not. Newcastle will always get more each month because it'll go into his back pocket and we'll not see anything of it. And it's not just that, they make a more actually in bonuses because fans turn up. The Sky and BT, they thrive off 52,000 fans or full crowds at Old Trafford. That's what the Premier League's for, and that's why they want us in the Premier League, like Leeds and that, because now we'll fill it up, and then now we can't keep away. The problem is, it doesn't matter what we do now. He's not going to listen. We've tried for 15 years. I'm not saying give up completely, but it's difficult. He's stubborn.
Exactly. An owner that cares would do me. He completely hates us and isn't afraid to show us. Yeah, I totally agree with that. Tiny also says Sky Sports were really worried about the proposed Super League. Yeah, Premier League TV rights, not Super League TV rights. I mean, that Super League was an absolute joke anyway.
Sky would have had that. No, if that went ahead, right? They were even still talking about it the other week, saying that they still want to do it. I'm like, well, so you're basically going against your word. Yet you got absolute pelters from all the other 14 clubs that weren't even involved in it, yet you still want to go back to it. It's like you're making yourselves look a right joke. If you want to leave, off you go, then don't come back.
Exactly. Well, I think we'll end it there for tonight. We've been going for nearly 3.5 hours. We'll just read one from Newcastle Fans TV. International broadcast blow away what the UK rights of the Sky, BT and Amazon. Steve gets to see any game live. That market in the USA and China are huge. Look at being. Yep.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it doesn't matter how many fans turn up. Like, it doesn't make a jot in their pocket. Every ownership. That's why you need to stay in the Premier League. That's why you don't want to be relegated. And if you are relegated, you want to try and get up in the 2 years. That's what makes it even worse. You get relegated to the Championship. You've got 2 years worth of parachute payments to try and get yourself back up. So already, who got relegated? Was it West Brom and a couple of others? They've got an advantage already over the current Championship sides who didn't get promoted last season. For a couple who didn't make it, and then you've got an advantage over the League One sides who got promoted anyway. So they're only going to go back to the Premier League.
Totally agree. Newcastle Fan TV says good night, lads. Good evening.
Night,
good night, Lee. Hopefully see you tomorrow. Anyway, well, then we'll wrap it up there for tonight. Thank you very much, guys, for coming on tonight. Really appreciate it.
Yeah. You're welcome.
Thank you very much, Steve.
Of course.
Thanks.
Yeah, of course.
End of the show. First time you've been on my show.
Yeah.
And good to see you, man.
Yeah,
take care, man.
You too.
Take it easy.
Yeah, Steve.
See you later.
Yeah.
Okay. Shoggy, thank you very much as always. Please do subscribe to Toonami TV. He's been back on YouTube with his match vlog, so do drop him a sub. We really, really appreciate it. Thanks very much, Shoggy.
Good.
Yeah.
And thank you very much, Jason,
for
coming on tonight as well. Please do subscribe to Keeping It Toon. He's trying to build up his channel as well. He does great on his stuff as well. So do drop Jason a sub on Keeping It Toon. Thank you very much, Jason, for tonight.
No worries, mate.
Thank you very much. Yep, guys. So as I mentioned, that is it for tonight. Thank you very much again who popped in the live show tonight. It's been absolutely fantastic. As always, particularly who came in the live chat, who came on the show as well. Ryan says, cheers, lads. Cheers, Ryan, for your chat in the live chat tonight. Definitely. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to stick the thumbs up on the video. Please drop your comments in as well when this video does officially come out. Please subscribe if you haven't checked me out before. The subscribers have really, really been coming in lately, and your support has been absolutely fantastic as always. So please do hit that subscribe button. And I shall catch us all later. Take care. Well, next time you'll see me will be Monday night, 8 o'clock, Toon Review YouTube channel for the Four Horsemen of the Toon. See you later, guys. Take care. Good night.